I don't... Wait, what do you mean, Lucid? I just got back and I saw that. I don't know what that means. I should probably turn on the sound. But... Oh, fuck. Wait. Wait, before we do anything. Oh, I can hear myself. Wait a minute. Wait. There we go. Oh, 'cause my fucking stream was on. I don't know why. Hold on. Wait a minute. I gotta fucking turn off Nightbot. Because I think it's still plugged in the charity event. Yeah, it is. 1 second. Let me turn that off. And let me go to the channel and get rid of the donate button. Otherwise, Jason's gonna make fun of me for raising money for kids. Although I'm not deleting this because I do intend to do... What the fuck is this? Get that out of my way. There we go. I think it's good now. All right. I think we're fine. I'm not sure. I don't know anymore. Hey everybody, how's it going? Got a surprise late night 14 stream because I got back to Georgia around 9:30 this morning, and I did not sleep the previous day because I knew that my plane was going to be really, really fucking early. Let me have some music here and put the nice little serene sounds of Gridania in the background as I talk. And my flight from Philly to Georgia left at around 6:30, but I was taken to the airport a couple of hours prior because my grandmom on my father's side from Puerto Rico was actually visiting the city for the holiday to go visit my uncle. Not Greg, my other uncle. And I haven't seen her in a long time, so I figured, see how everyone's doing. And then I found out that she's leaving the same day that I am, and she's actually in the same terminal as I am. So my uncle offered, why not just give you a ride? You got to leave a little earlier, but I can give you a ride to the airport when I'm taking your grandma. I was like, sure, I'll do that. And man, I'm actually glad that I did that because fucking, we got there around, what was it? We got there like around 2:30 in the morning, and there was already a line. And this is because there weren't any agents like at the kiosk or anything like that. And then I'm kind of like, hold on, what the fuck is Jiggly doing? Jiggly spamming the emos. Like, come on, what are you, a bot? Come on. I do appreciate the support, Jiggly, but I thought I was getting raided like multiple times at that. Like, someone's spamming emos. I must be getting raided. Like, no, it's just Jiggly just having fun with an emo. But all right. There was already a line at multiple kiosks because the agents were not working their morning shift yet. So I ended up waiting about an hour just to get my bag checked, and then after that, the line for fucking security stretched out all the way to Georgia. It was long as shit. I mean, it was a fast-moving line, but that line looked really fucking long. It only took like 25 minutes total. It's just one of those things that you got to remind yourself is that a long-ass line, assuming every security guard is up and running, ain't going to take you that very long to get through. And I know they know that because the Sunday after Thanksgiving is normally considered, to my knowledge, like one of the busiest traveling days because everyone's going back home. They're done visiting for the holidays, so they're using that Sunday to get back to where they go. So I knew this is going to be a wait. This is going to be a hassle. And sure enough, I'm glad I took that early ride because if I didn't, I might have missed my plane. So I assume you didn't get randomly selected by TSA. I thought I was going to get randomly searched, though, old man, because there were so many people, and we're all putting our shit on the trays, right? And they're putting it through the conveyor belt, through the X-ray machine. I see them take my tray and 2 other trays out from the conveyor belt. I was like, oh, fuck, there's something in my bag. Or at least they think something's in my bag. They put it to the side, push it forward, and then just bring it back to me. And that's only because the X-ray machine was getting jammed by something. And they had to keep moving. I was like, man, I do not envy TSA workers, security guards, any of that shit during like the holiday travel. Oh my God. Talk about a thankless job. $82 subs. That's a Steam Deck right there. I mean, over the course of many years, I would assume so, Jason. Thank you for the gift bomb, by the way. I do appreciate it, man. I also want to take some time to thank LJB91 for the tier 1, Omega Persona for the Twitch Prime for 5 minutes. 5 minutes ago for 5. I'm only going to sub you for 5 minutes. Entertain me, and I might extend it to 6. The loyal Mick Yeager, thank you for the Twitch Prime for 53 months. Omega Persona, your thing was for 22 months, I gotta say. In my personal experience with Shadow A ranks, Lost Impact shouldn't take terribly long. My attempts quickly got faster and faster. Look, I'm gonna tell you what most of the Shadow the Hedgehog all A ranks playthrough is gonna be on the feed, the live chat. You hear me? It's either gonna be I'm doing something wrong, I could be doing it better, or it's fan dub references. Like, that is going to be all of the fucking Twitch chat when I get started on that. Maybe we'll have time for Frontier spoilers. Yeah, that is starting December 3rd. That is at 5 p.m. EST. And I mean, it's gonna be fun. Like, obviously, I've never done it before. Then again, I never got all the A ranks and all the emblems in SA1, SA2, and Heroes until those live streams. And those live streams end up being some of the funniest shit that we do. Yeah, how's it going, Pokemon? I'm more surprised why it wouldn't be people ask you why you're torturing yourself with something like Shadow the Hedgehog. Nah, see, you must be new here. Because everybody... I mean, I know you, like, showed up to the 14 streams and shit like that, but, like, everybody fucking expects me to do this sort of shit now. If only because I've said that I was going to. Honestly, I'd be surprised if I got more people telling me that why am I torturing myself with Shadow A ranks that I am for getting all gold medals and S ranks in Sonic 06. You know, because that's what's happened afterwards. Shadow is unfortunately the best Sonic game only because it has Shadow and not Sonic. In this essay, I will. Where's everybody going? Oh Lord! I came back. Let's actually go back to where are we going? We're going to the Black Shadow, right? Oh, yeah, let's go. Let's go open the lavender beds just for shits and giggles. So I got back home like around 10 o'clock. I was tired as shit and I collapsed and I slept for about 7 hours. So I've been up since like 7 this evening, which is why I'm up now. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm not doing any... I mean, all my important shit is not done until tomorrow, so I got all night to just fucking relax and wind down, so I might as well stream some 14. I did log into Zone earlier today to get my re-clears for the week, although I only did up to 7, I did not do 8. And it was pretty fun, although I fucked one of the P7 clears because I fucked up War's Harvest because they used a different strat. What's the fucking PF strat for War's Harvest? Is it what the fuck is it? Inu or something like that? That's what they used. I didn't know that because they just said PF strats. I was like, well, what the fuck does that mean? PF strats. And then they clarify after I kill everybody saying it's Inu. And I was like, oh, fuck me. But thankfully they were pretty cozy about it. They were chads. They understood. And I managed to get the head coffer and the leg coffer for that run, so, you know, it wasn't all for nothing. John, did you not want to rejoice in this gift? I mean, if I have time tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. So at this point, I'll just settle for a page run. I managed to find a party that was doing chess runs, like this late. So, you know, I was able to get my loot and the pages, too. So I'm pretty happy about that. But tomorrow, if it being Monday, I might just fucking, just go for a page run. Jesus fucking Christ, I just got 9 eggs, my right? You just straight up gangbanged the rest of my team. Oh yeah, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, right? Yeah, so just a heads up, I know it's a late night stream, but still, it remains to be said. The spoiler embargo for... Let's start from the top. Sonic Frontiers technically ends tomorrow. We're gonna hold off until the Shadow the Hedgehog stream to talk about it. There is still a embargo for God of War Ragnarok. We're not going to be... Well, you guys are not free to talk about that until maybe like another week. Even if I'm not playing that myself, I don't really care. Pokemon is also going to be like another week. Because that game is also out. And people are playing it. I put a new war diagram in your stream Discord. God, do I want to look at it? 1 second. Stream, stream. No. What the fuck? What is it, muted? Oh. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Let's take a look at this real quick. So this is Inu War. So the fucking... The Minotaur gets baited. That's not enough to make the tether purple, so I'm assuming you got to pop mitigation. Why do you take the bird so close? Why not just take to the bridges? That's so much... That leaves a lot more room... What the fuck is this? Oh, this sucks. I don't like looking at this. This is the This is the standard? Oh, man. Oh, that is garbage. Minotaur victims just take the L. It was JP static before, but someone decided to do... I don't understand why you bait the Minotaurs that way, or why bait the bird. It's the... You know what? It's not even the Minotaurs, it's the birds specifically. There is nothing hard about baiting the birds to the bridges and then popping knockback. Because no matter what, you have to, you gotta pop knockback for the birds anyway, don't you? Because don't they fucking... They push you back no matter which way you're looking at them, right? So what does it matter what does it matter what distance it is? Why not just take it to the bridge? It keeps things less confusing. From what I saw, Far War is unintuitive because just going opposite is impossible, apparently. This is not my area. This is not the place I wanted to go. Where's the subdivision at? There we go. That's it. Just skip war. I mean, not for nothing. The DPS for that party, specifically for P7S, was they were fucking killing it. We were at like 6% when War's Harvest started. And then I got us killed. So yeah, I'm opening up the lavender beds just for the housing district because I want to see who's anybody's here. There's nobody here. They must be closed. Nice song though. I wonder when I'll hear it with this character. I'm doing alt rear clears tomorrow. If you want, we can try and get 8 rear clear then. You got a time for that, Ray, specifically? Because I know like when it's not related to raid or anything like that. You kind of just do whatever the fuck you want, like me. 0.4% white. APM? Yeah, that should be fine. Wait, 0.4% white. What, in P8S Phase 2, Linky? Are you, was that today? You almost got it, man. If you get that fucking... If you get that close, you're almost done. Did you not see the image? I probably did not, because I spent most of the day traveling. Or stuck in an airport. My feisty little chocobo. What was I doing? Oh, right. This is actually where you can use the Geishel greens and you can fight with your chocobo for the first time. So we're gonna do that. When are you using second pot after ego death? So like after you get the Phoenix buff, because that's when you should be doing it. Like literally frame 1, as soon as you get control of your character back, you are potting and you are just going nuts. I guess to start off a topic then, any Black Friday gets. No, I don't shop on Black Friday, JC. Not anymore. I have never participated in a doorbuster sale. You know, that's where you see all those fucking folks like going through the doors of a Target or Walmart and that sort of thing. I've never done those because like from a young age I've always been told that you don't do that because the people are stupid. I've done shopping on Black Friday though, but like in the like late morning, early afternoon. And sometimes it's actually pretty nice because people already done their shopping early in the morning, so the rest of the day the store isn't nearly as crowded. But yeah, I've been to a Best Buy a couple of times. That's about it though. Where's my Geishel green? Here it is. No, wait.
Yo, people are stupid. So true.
Yeah, I get it. Like I absolutely get it. Hey, Drive, how's it going?
Hi.
Do you fucking shop for Black Friday?
I went to Target and I got a candle.
I mean, if you did it for the purpose of getting a discount on Black Friday, that technically counts.
That was the plan, but it wasn't a discount. I'm just like, oh, I'll get that.
Yeah, that's neat. I want it.
Well, okay, it's not a candle. It's one of those things where it's like it heats up and then you put a little flavor thing on it.
The wax melter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have one of those in our place too. They're really nice until it starts burning, and then nobody wants to clean it, and then it just sits there and collect dust. Well, I'm not projecting. Get the fuck out of here. Who said that? It was me.
Wait for Cyber Monday? I don't care enough.
Well, I mean, technically I already started, I think. It's Monday over here. But fucking no. I've never participated in a doorbuster sale because I absolutely refuse. Are doorbusters still a thing even in this year of 2022 and everything being Amazon? Like I legit don't know because I don't follow those news cycles. You know, I don't watch a lot of local news.
I feel like it would be a big thing in some like smaller.
Well, no, okay. Actually, I think if we were to hear about it at all, it's because there was a fatality or some other shit.
Yeah, someone
like,
gets trampled.
Someone gets trampled. Like, and no one's ever talking about doorbuster sales in a positive light. That's just like part of like a human condition experiment or some other shit. It's like, look at these animals. Money they don't have on shit they don't need. Although I didn't do any Black Friday shopping, but I did have a little holiday surprise because I went to go spend Thanksgiving with my mom, and they had a nice little guest room set up for me. So I got to talk to Mark and all that. And Mark came to me and said, I was going through some of the shit that we didn't pack, and he found a smoke gray. I think it's a smoke gray or charcoal gray. I won't say gay. Charcoal gray Game Boy Advance SP. And I thought, oh, that's cool. It's definitely seen better days. The front cover is all scratched up, and there seems to be bite marks on the corner. and on the screen as well. So I take a look at it, right? Because this is not mine. I don't know who it belonged to. But I take a look at the back. And to my shock, it is a AGS 101 model. And if you don't know, that was the second release of the SP that had a backlit screen and not a frontlit screen. Ooh! And these are harder to come by, or at least they're more expensive to buy used than your standard Game Boy Advance SP. So it's definitely seen better days. The charge port and the link cable port are dirty beyond all belief. I was still able to charge it, but the orange light was flickering every now and then. I did give it a test though, with Sonic Advance, and like the image is still crystal fucking clear. It's really good. Maybe you guys can see it. I had my first SP in 01, and it was the blue one. It was likely the original model, part-time Ace. And those, the original release of Game Boy Advance SPs their lights were front-loaded. They were from the front, which, I mean, the most important thing about Game Boy Advance SP, look at the picture quality of this. Like, that is beautiful. I know you can't really see because the webcam kind of just, like, obscures everything. But that sprite quality is crisp.
Do it from the back.
Do it from the back? Okay, cool. I'm doing it from the back. You can't see it, but I'm enjoying myself. This is really nice.
I've heard this music before.
Yeah. Wait, you couldn't tell from the intro? Fucking fake Sonic fan.
I don't like Sonic.
Man, God, I wish that were me. Yeah, but this is phenomenally cool. I'm glad we Mark stumbled upon this, and I took it from myself. He said he wasn't going to do anything with it, so I took it. But yeah, the original release of the SPs, their lights were loaded in the fronts, and what this meant is that it had the effect of washing the picture out. And this wasn't such a big deal with like the early GBA releases that were designed with no light in mind. You know, the big thing about the SP in general was that you can now play Game Boy games in the dark or at night in a bedroom, you know? And that's what I did a whole bunch. But then later in the GBA SP's life cycle, I think maybe a year later or 2 years after, they released Model 101, which had a backlight, similar to how the Nintendo DS would use. And I don't know how many of these were released in what colors. Maybe it's just a second rotation, and like you can find all different colors of Model 101.
Wait a second.
What?
Oh,
what's up? You just have a revelation.
The A emote is in the sub shack.
Where is it? I looked on the integration. I looked in the emoji list, and I didn't see.
It's tied to your Twitch. Because remember, we set up the Discord to where it pulls your Twitch sub emotes as well.
Yeah, so fun fact, when I was making that, thank you. I really don't try. When I was making that Shadow the Hedgehog promo image on the Subshack Discord, I was originally going to have that A be the emote. But one, I seem to have misplaced the original asset file that Rob commissioned for me. And two, it's not in the Subshack by itself. And I'm like, am I this fucking dense where I somehow misplaced the original asset of the A emote and never uploaded it raw to the Subshack, and I just have it integrated into Twitch instead? I mean, it's better than nothing, but still, why didn't I do that? Like, what happened for me to get so distracted for that bit second for me to both simultaneously lose my original file, at least until I can get Rob up and tell him to DM it to me again, because I haven't done that yet, and not upload it to the Discord? Like, what the fuck happened? I don't know. I want to find an OG DS so I can play games that make use of both ports, like HD, like HMDS and HM. What is it? HMDS? HMFOMT. I have no idea what that means.
HM?
Yeah. HM on
Hallmark?
DS? Are we still talking about Black Friday? Oh, is it Harvest Moon?
Harvest Moon.
Is it Harvest Moon? Yeah, that probably makes sense. Hidden Moves? Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah. Harvest Moon DS and Friends of Mineral Town. Okay, thank you. Fuck, what was I talking about?
Black Friday.
Black Friday. So, no, because I mean I've said pretty much everything I need to say for that one. No, I don't do Black Friday shopping.
Murder Monday.
It's all just online sales for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
not
because
even a Black Friday
that starts
anymore.
as soon as it hits November, so it's really nothing fucking special, dude.
And even if you want to get down to semantics, it doesn't even start in November. It starts in fucking July.
Oh.
Black Friday and July sale.
Oh my god. Like trying to capitalize on the whole Christmas and July sort of spiel.
Yeah.
Oh lord. Taboo Tuesday. No, that's a wrestling event. I'm sorry.
God, Thanksgiving. Why wasn't it? Why wasn't it porn related?
I did see. Wait, hold on. It wasn't?
It was fantasy football related.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Like, I saw Thanksgiving trending momentarily. I was already at my cousin's place, so I wasn't going to open what I thought was a potentially not safe for work tab on my phone when I got kids around me, you know? But you're telling me Thanksgiving, that was spelled with 2 C's for the record, wasn't related to anything porn.
They knew what they were doing.
They are fucking ghouls.
Yeah, it was dumb.
Oh, let me see. Wait, can I get to the East Route from here? Where am I going? East Route. Okay, yeah, I'm going north. Then I will teleport here and go north. Got a close enough PNG for it says JC. I appreciate the lookout for it, JC. But I was just gonna DM Rob later tomorrow and just tell him to send me the clean PNG of it, because the original file is larger than this. This is kind of shrunken down and kind of artifacted, but it's fine. It's better than nothing. I'm gonna save this anyway just in case. So I appreciate it.
Oh, also, speaking of porn, for various AI, well, quote unquote AIs, like AI art, they are disabling the ability to, or at least making it more difficult to make porn.
Because it's everywhere, isn't it? Is it because it's just everywhere? Yeah, you know what? You know what's funny to me is that I've actually gotten pretty good at discerning what's AI generated porn just by looking at it.
Hands.
Hands. Honest to God, body proportions. Because everyone loves their characters thick.
Yeah, but like, why is one tit 6 inches longer than the other?
Well, because listen, like, no one's born perfect, all right? And fuck you for poking fun at my disability.
Hey, look, asymmetrical tits are completely normal.
Yeah.
Asymmetrical tits are normal, but that isn't.
Yeah, this goes beyond asymmetrical. One's just missing.
Yeah, you have a third tit.
Oh, from Total Recall? Yeah, I'm familiar. I'm familiar with this character. Thanks for subsistence. I'm posting here. I'd like to say, what's a quote from a game that you can't stop saying? For me, I can't stop saying, "This is it, Luigi," when a big moment happens in a video game.
That's a good one.
Wait, hold on, but is that from Hotel Mario specifically? Like the way it's usually pronounced? Like, "This is it, Luigi." Yeah. Yeah. Quote that you can't stop from. Oh, because I got to think about games that I love to quote. And I'm assuming it could be for like any sort of reason, because it's mimetic or you genuinely think it's a badass line. It's no juice. No, but I like saying the Vulcan cannon shots don't hurt individually, but they will hurt individually.
Everything hurts.
And Tails just stares sad from a distance.
Mickey, it's Riku. They put bugs in him. What?
Is that from Recoded?
No, that I want to say that is from Cage 1. I want to say
no, that's not 1, because Haley Joel Osment still sounds like a teen, something like Cage 2 and Beyond.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because I know it can't be recoded because it's not horribly compressed to hell and back.
It sounds like recoded because he mentions bugs specifically. And the only time I can think of where bugs are brought up outside of Halloween Town is recoded. So I would say it's recoded.
Chad is saying recoded from the 1.5 collection.
Okay.
Oh, from 1.5. Okay.
Okay, yeah. I feel like if it was the DS game, then yeah, it was like, this doesn't sound nearly as crunchy. Believe in yourself. Yourself. Yourself.
Yay!
Hey!
No, Piccolo.
Oh,
Budokai.
okay.
In Budokai 2. Yay! Just screams it for no reason.
How's it going, Beowulf? I'm doing pretty good.
Hey, you okay?
Are you okay? That's a wolf. Someone's staring at me.
Why do they call him Werehog Sonic if the
Shut
were
up.
stands for man?
Just shut up. Literally a fucking day one critique from 2008.
Nah, my day one critique with Sonic Unleashed was, why do we have 2 copies of these? My parents bought 2 copies for Christmas for me and my sister.
Like I imagine like someone's looking at Sonic Unleashed and they see like a 360 release and a PS2 release, like, man, fucking PS2 holding the 360 back yet again.
No, they don't. That's not the mistake they made.
What do you think?
They bought both of us copies
Oh.
for the Wii.
Oh. Damn, and you couldn't
Both
get
of
one.
us.
You couldn't get one for the HD version.
We didn't have a PS3 or 360.
Oh, 360? Damn. Well, still, you save for a rainy day.
And I asked them, it's like, why did you guys buy a copy for both me and my sister?
And I'm assuming you guys
And-
shared the same Switch.
Yeah, we shared the same Wii.
The same Wii, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
what the
then they're
fuck
like,
is the
well, so you guys don't get mad about going over each other's saves. I'm like, that's not how saves work anymore.
Yeah.
Saves aren't tied to the actual game for like years.
Years since the PlayStation. It's like, look what's happening.
Your heart's in the right place, I think.
Yeah, heart's in the right place, absolutely.
And it's so weird that they made that mistake because I got a PS1 as a kid.
Yeah.
And the issue that I always had with it is that I never got a memory card. Ever. I still don't have a PS1 memory card. I ended up getting a PS2 and a PS2 memory card.
I'm still putting in the super password on Crash 1. It's that fucking long.
Imagine how I feel with Final Fantasy IX being the first game I've ever played in my own house.
Oh my god. Like, I couldn't even fathom the idea of playing that game without ever saving or turning the console off. Because that's the only way.
Oh, by the way, it would always crash at the parasite cage.
Oh, that sounds like an issue with a disc, or it might be
Yes.
Yeah, specific. Yeah, man, I love that because I had a problem with MGS1. I had the same similar problem. It would never load past rescuing Kenneth Baker after you fight Ocelot. It was so strange. Yeah, my Thanksgiving was okay. You know, I got to see family. I didn't eat that much like on the day prior, well, Thanksgiving Day proper. Because I made the mistake of leaving my blood pressure meds here. And if I don't watch my sodium and other shit, then my hypertension acts up. And that ain't fun because the left side of your chest around where your heart area starts getting a little throbby. And my immediate thought was like, this is it. This is it, Luigi. Right before I fucking die. So I took it real easy with the food, like on Thanksgiving. Although I did kind of just gorge myself on sweets like the day after. Because I also got to see some relatives I haven't seen in a long fucking time, and they kind of just gave me all their food that they made too much of. I was like, please make a platter for God's sakes, take it with you. Like, I'm still trying to process playing Final Fantasy now without a fucking memory card. Like, imagine playing that game and you can't turn it off because otherwise you lose your save file. At the same time, though, because I'm assuming like if you're playing it casually, right? It's your first time. You can't save the game. You can't turn the console off. That means you realistically could have the clock overflow by the time you get to Memoria and Disc 4, and you can get Excalibur 2 without even fucking trying. John, if Sega made more alternate outfits for Sonic and Frontiers, what would you want to have? Me personally, I'd like to have Excalibur armor for Black Knight. I think all the alternate forms are a gimme. So Excalibur Sonic, Dark Spine Sonic. Am I forgetting anything? They wouldn't do Hypersonic. SA1 Supersonic, which I've already seen mods for in the PC version, looks cool. SA1 Dreamcast model costume, yeah. Like how they put the Mario 64 outfit in Odyssey. I would love that. No, I don't think Werehog would work. Because Werehog has like entirely different fucking rig. I don't think it would look cool if you just...
those long arms on
Yeah, I was going to say, where do you put the long arms at? Where it's like you make his legs arms. And put the cleats on his hands. Yeah, or the PS1 Crash and Coco skins in Crash 4. Yeah, it's a process that's been repeated. I think it's only natural if they do it for Sonic as well. This is assuming Frontiers even gets DLC. I mean, I think it is. I think they confirmed in an interview that they have plans to expand upon it later.
Episode Shadow. It's just the same game.
Yeah. Oh wait, fuck that! I forgot to fucking turn off G-Shade for the stream because that does eat up GPU. I don't know what the stream's stuttering. I wouldn't mind a playable Shadow. Like, I mean, I don't see them adding playable characters to Frontiers. Not saying they can't do it because I mean that was the case with Forces, wasn't it? No, because Forces did Forces have episode Shadow from the get go, or was that like a week, 2 weeks later?
I think it was free DLC, but it was post launch.
Yeah. So maybe they'll go as far as that. It'll probably be Shadow again because you don't have to do anything besides swap the model. But I personally don't see them adding any sort of character-related DLC to Frontiers. Just extra costumes with different perks. Because I remember, I haven't downloaded the Monster Hunter costume yet because it wasn't available when I was playing the game. But that game lets you whip out a barbecue spit. And what can you do with that food? Or is it just like
you get fishing
cosmetic?
tokens?
You get what?
Yes, you get 3 if you cook the food perfectly. If you fail to cook the food perfectly, you only get 1.
But it's still free purple tokens. In a game that already gives you the fucking star shower.
It's not the tokens you get from the open world, the tokens you get from fishing.
The fish tokens specifically.
Yeah.
What the fuck does spinning a barbecue spit have anything to do with that?
So they just added another way to just not play the fucking game.
Yeah, like that's what I'm still like. Well, hold on, wait. Why the fish token specifically? Why not just purple coins? I mean, I know we already got the star showers, and that already gives you more than enough purple coins. But the fish token specifically.
We want to make it easy, not too easy.
But Big's fishing is literally brain dead.
Hey.
The cooking is brain dead too. It's got a very, very small window, and you're supposed to go and use like audio cues to pick it up perfectly. I realized that no, the animation is the same every single time. As soon as Sonic turns the spit 4 times, you immediately hit the button.
But it's like you go to Big's fishing mini games, I'll give you a run. It's like, or I can spin my meat. Like and get the same result. Let's see. Do I have to? Okay, no, I'm just scouting the area.
Mick Yeager, you're saying that Frontier speedruns are going to be dull as fuck? People have already figured out how to skip 2 islands.
And it's hilarious as shit. Like, the first island skip, without really spoiling anything, because again, we're still under that embargo for the most part. Like, you'd never considered what they do to be the catalyst of just skipping the whole fucking island. And it looks so easy that I'm pretty sure I can do it.
I mean, I showed you my run of 1-2, like stage 1-2, and I accidentally did a variation of that glitch.
That's right. You were talking about You were talking
Right,
about
just go
some of the
launching.
mechanics, right?
Yeah, from a slope.
Oh, thank
So-
God. For tickets.
It's
So
just it's very funny that DSS also found that and then capitalized on it.
Cool.
DSS being Darkspine Sonic.
Darkspine Sonic, yeah, because of who else? No, look, because
Man,
I have been watching like
Motherfucker's an OG.
I have been watching some Frontier speedruns, and a lot of them are just any percent at the moment because I don't know what exactly constitutes as 100% besides map completion, or is it just like maxing out your stats? Either way, but yeah, like Frontier speedruns are already just over an hour long, and I would not be surprised by like say. Summer Games Done Quick next July or August, that will be down to like 40, 30 minutes. Because people will find shit out. Or Darkspine Sonic could just find a fucking credits warp.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the last island triggers are on the first island. Because people have been finding similarities between the two islands of how they're mapped.
I know. I would like to talk about that, but that goes into spoiler shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
that's
I
what I'm
beat
just
the
saying.
game last
Surface
year.
level.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Wait, what was that, Trev?
I beat Frontiers last night.
Oh, okay.
First time. Very happy with it. Ikaruga is a good game.
It's a perfect 7 out of 10 Sonic game for me. Specifically.
Perfect 7 out of 10.
Perfect
is a
7
really
out of 10.
funny
Perfect
statement.
7 out of 10.
But you're right.
Yeah.
Buddy, that's a 9 in this community.
My apologies.
I hope that they improve the gameplay. For the love of God, please make the game more fun to play. But I mean, really, as long as they keep the writing team, or at least similar quality to the writing here, like, yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever they make in the future.
I think the thing that fucks me up the most, just from reading stories about it, was that I think this. So, if I'm not mistaken, Sonic story scripts are usually written in Japanese first and translated to English, or at least localized into English afterwards.
Probably.
Or most.
Most. Don't say most. Not all of them.
Unless
most.
it's like Colors and Lost World, I want to say.
yeah.
And Shadow.
But in this game's case, it was written in English first. And it was apparently translated really horribly in the Japanese. Because the Japanese translators were not used to a Sonic story being this in-depth. With the character action, some of the shit. It's like finally, they know what it feels like. So apparently the Japanese translation of Sonic Frontiers is actually not that good. So I would
That
recommend...
fucking Lala Walk.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, man. It's default. Like, why do I sway my arms so far left to right? What are you so happy about? You didn't do anything.
That's how I walk when I'm full of chicken.
SA2 story was by Japan or in the US? It was by Japan. They went to San Francisco to develop the game. Well, they went to San Francisco to help get references for the game. I'm not sure.
Japan got an exclusive alternate outfit. So yes, they got a Kazuna AI skin.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, for us, we got soap. So I think we kind of got the better of the two.
I also did not immediately just think of the shoes. I was just like a bar of soap. Like, here. Go, do a crime.
I love that they just call them SA2 shoes.
Because they can't call them soap. That's the thing.
Who has the rights to soap
Yeah,
anymore?
I don't know, but not Sega. That's the point. I think, I think they're just called the shoes from SA2, where it's not a Get Ready 2 shoes or some other shit. Yeah, Japan got an exclusive.
Sorry, Corone.
Sonic, in Japan, they got an exclusive VTuber outfit, right?
Yeah, it was Corone. Sorry.
Corone. Can you say
Dog.
that?
Korone.
Okay, cool.
Lucid's got it in chat.
Okay. Oh, Ikum Bokum. Okay, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, the dog.
The dog girl thing.
But I guess since we're kind of on the topic of Sega, and since it doesn't really get into spoilers for Frontiers,
Okay.
thoughts on Mars Animation Planet not really doing anything for Frontiers?
Are you talking about just like for FMVs and shit?
Yeah, they're the studio that does the good CG for Sega.
Did it do Night of the Warhog?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They did
okay,
Night of the Warhog. They did the recent Lupin the Third film.
Okay.
They did Resident Evil Vendetta.
No, you could have said. You could have just ignored that. You didn't have to bring
But
that up.
no, they've been they were like Sega Sammy visual animation department.
Right.
Pretty much. And then they just rebranded the name recently.
So they're not doing anything.
They're working on the Sonic movies. They worked on Sonic 1 and 2 and they're already credited for Sonic 3.
Doesn't that answer the question then? I guess because they're working on the movies and they got their hands tied.
But they made CG for the trailers for Frontiers.
But those are just
That
trailers.
aren't featured in the game.
Yeah. They're just promotional too. The same fucking shit happened with Generations, because like all of the little CGI teasers that they have for the game's promotional materials are not like, you have to wait a bit to see that sequence where Sonic and Class Sonic meet up after running through the hill. And so like, the game doesn't open with it. The game opens with a title screen. You actually have to wait until that thing plays, which is normally not the standard because they usually just play at FMV before they hit the title screen. But I guess in this case, they felt the FMV wasn't really that important.
People are saying Forces was the same way. Ugh.
Was Forces the same way?
How long?
Yeah, but Forces
How long
is
has it
Forces.
been?
2017.
Since we've had good CG
a
in
CGI
Sonic.
for like an opening or in Sonic in general?
Just in general.
Just
for
in
Sonic.
general for Sonic.
Because like the one I always think of is like Sonic Unleashed with the opening.
I mean, Colors had a really good opening too, though.
Yeah. Shadow had a good editing.
Yeah. Okay, you know what's funny? Like, since we're gonna be talking about Shadow the Hedgehog in about a week from now, there was always one spot of CGI that I really liked in Shadow the Hedgehog specifically, and I think it's part of the opening. Is when he's on that motorcycle, and it starts with like a zoom in on the motorcycle's axles. And I thought in 2005 that shit was so fucking 4K. Like looking at it, and then he just rams it into an alien and fucks it all up. Like, what a piece of shit! Doesn't appreciate what he has.
I mean, whenever I first saw that, I'm like, holy shit, the animation quality in games. What the hell?
I can't exactly explain all of it because the memory's a little fuzzy. But I remember when that game was first revealed. This was, I don't remember if it was late 2004 or early 2005. Because this game came out late 2005, right? Was it holiday of 2005? But I remember when the game was initially revealed, and it was clearly still like an alpha or beta, because the gameplay footage looked jank as shit. But my mouth was just agape the entire
November
time.
15th.
15th, 2005. That's
Yep.
when it came out. Yeah,
US first.
U.S. for, of course, yeah, because it was made for us. Fucking morons. But I could not believe what I was looking at. I was like, what is this? It's all because Shadow was packing a piece, man. That was it. Like if you go back and look at like what Shadow does in that reveal, it's just standard Sonic stuff, but he's got a fucking gun in his hand. It's like, why does he have a gun? It was shown in celebration video for Sonic specifically. Okay. The hedge Glock.
I like the idea that they just like he's not even using the gun, he's just holding it for no reason.
Yeah. Because they wanted to put emphasis on like his chaos powers too. It's like, you don't need a fucking gun for that.
The one where he's like walking through like the city in the fog, and then he cocks the gun, and then it just cuts away.
Yeah. Well, no, it cuts away. Like, are you looking at an FMV or is it in-game footage?
No, this wasn't even part of the in-game footage. I remember this floating around on some websites.
Do you have a link?
Let me look for it.
I mean, yeah, you could tell me it was a mistimed April Fool's joke. I believe it, but no, man. Like, this was just the Sonic game that they made for Americans. Because I guess they saw Ratchet and Clank. I was like,
yeah, I like those odds.
It's like, oh my god. Oh, I know exactly what trailer that is. You don't even have to post it. I know exactly what trailer. Like, yeah, it is him walking down the city as like he's got his gun clocked and the fucking thing explodes. The cool guys don't look at explosion shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I'll take those odds. Like fucking Batman. Like the gall of this guy.
Oh, this video.
Christ. Yeah, I posted it in the Twitch chat. Let me post it in Discord.
When you said I'll take those odds, I thought you were quoting John Wick.
Was John Wick quoting Shadow the Hedgehog this whole time?
Literally, like, does he know? Like on a YouTube. It's just John Wick. Yeah. Which is weird because Sonic has always been more popular with Americans. Yeah. But I think there was always a Japanese first mentality when it came to designing Sonic games.
Or Japanese developers developing games in general.
In general, yeah.
Unless you were Capcom around that time.
Because think back about it, right? The first Sonic the Hedgehog, that was Sega of Japan. Because Sega of America, I think the STI wasn't a thing until Sonic 1 was finished. So Sonic 2 comes out. Well, Sonic 2 is getting ready to be made, and they make this STI. They make the Sega Technical Institute, and that is primarily what developed Sonic 2 and 3. But after 3, and I think because 3D Blast was by Traveler's Tale, and that's British. After 3, the STI thing is just completely irrelevant. So I want to say, starting with Adventure, like it was back to Sega Japan.
What are you talking about?
What?
We've been developing games over here since the 40s, baby.
What? Like for Sega
Slot
specifically?
machines.
Oh, no. I'm talking strictly video game development.
I know.
Spinball was made by STI, yes. But, I mean, I guess we could count Spinball, because technically is a Sonic game developed by STI. But I don't count it because it's a fucking spinoff that only exists because the original Sat AM prototype scared Sega of Japan. Or at least they were so ambivalent to it that it's like, fuck, man, all right, just go back and make a pinball game. A pup no longer. Oh, is this PvP? Yeah, the wolves then. Okay, yeah, we can unlock PvP real quick for the character. We gotta go back to Lenosia. What the fuck?
Oh, and John.
Yo, what's up?
Discovering the secret of my past will be
boy.
nearly impossible. I'll take those odds.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. You don't deserve that line.
God, this commercial was so bad.
Meet Shadow the Hedgehog. His mysterious past holds the key to the world's future. Is he a hero or a villain? You decide. Either way, you'll have a blast.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Now happens.
Who you end up.
You're gonna buy the game anyway.
Long as
God,
the
Pokemon
voice
fans right
inside
now.
tells you fucking go right.
Yuji Naka's alright.
Ooh. Poorly aged things. Has poorly aged things done that already? Have they just taken a bit from Shadow the Hedgehog and just play it?
In the end, it doesn't even matter.
Oh, that song. Okay.
God, it's age appropriate.
It is.
But no, I remember seeing the Shadow the Hedgehog commercials as a kid and being like, what is this?
I gotta imagine it's like, because was anybody Was anybody like just entering adolescence when that game came out? Like anyone between the 9 to 10-year-old range? Did you see Shadow the Hedgehog like in commercials and were like legitimately like excited for it? Because I love to get the perspective of those.
I thought it was stupid.
I was 8 at the time, and I was just confused.
I was just bewildered.
This isn't Sonic Advance 3.
Fucking imagine it's like you playing this happy-go-lucky Sonic game from for Sonic 2 and 3, and you see a Shadow preview, and Shadow's just Sonic just fucking dead on the floor. With this mysterious hedgehog just looking at him, and then he just zooms away.
We had a local movie gallery, and when it was coming time for them to close down, I, like the idiot child,
Yeah.
had $20 in my pocket. The Metroid Prime trilogy was $20.
Okay.
I bought Shadow the Hedgehog
Because it was 19.
because it was $15.
It was 15. I was like, cool. You can buy a game and you have room for lunch.
Got room for candy.
Not for candy at that lunch. Okay, you didn't even go to a dollar menu at Wendy's. But
Wendy's, buddy, that's a 30-40 minute drive.
oh Christ! All right, fine. Carl Jr.'s or Hardee's. One of
Carl
those two.
Jr..
I don't know, but
Hardy.
man,
But no,
I would have slapped the fucking shit out of you if I knew you back. Now then, I get arrested though for child endangerment.
But no, imagine my surprise. Get home, boot up the game. I get hit in the first stage. Damn. I didn't hear that right. Keep going through the game. Damn, not here.
Not here.
And my ears just get red. Am I allowed to hear this?
Oh Lord! Like you just. Meanwhile, as you're thinking this, your hand is like instinctively reaching for the remote's volume down button.
Literally, I would play the game without volume.
Because they swore that was it.
I was
Holy
that
fuck.
afraid of my parents
Yeah.
freaking the fuck out on me.
That was me
Wait,
with the first time I heard the Donkey Kong rap.
Really? Oh, because of one hell of a
Hell
guy?
of a guy.
That's it?
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
Holy shit. That's dumb. I played Mortal Kombat when I was 5. Like, yeah, he cuts his head off. That's cool. My parents are really fucking weird about that sort of shit. I could watch someone's head get fucking chopped off, but you can't see a titty.
I would get murdered as a child for saying the word sex,
That's
even
it?
in a scientific sense.
Like, yeah, describing like biological sex, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with hot. I couldn't use the word hot.
What the fuck? You can't use that.
I couldn't
Paris
use the
Hilton
word
copyrighted
darn.
that. Darn? What? That's the most fucking 4Kids Funimation shit
Because
that
it's
you
so
can
close
say.
to damn, and you're using it as an excuse to not say damn.
But that's the entire point. It's because it's not the word.
Oh man, I just brought back a memory of the time I almost got grounded for saying dang for that same reason.
Dang.
Yeah, we had that issue with dang, especially after I started playing Call of Duty.
Oh, but they were fine
At that point, at that point, I already learned a whole slew of words. that
But that's the funny part.
oh, okay.
So it was what? It was my... Oh, goodness. I think it was my 16th or 17th birthday. My dad took me to GameStop. Was like, hey, pick out whatever game you want. I pick out MGS3. Play it, beat it, and then, I want to show my sister some of the stupid shit in it. Like, defeating the end by skipping the clock. Stuff like that. And then my mom was curious and was like, you better not be playing any games that, you're killing anyone or whatever. And then she makes me show her the game. I show her the intro part. I am tranquilizing these motherfuckers. And she still's like, no, that's too realistic. And she makes me take the game back. It's already past the return period.
yeah.
I'm getting fucking a couple dollars maybe from GameStop. I got so little back that I had to take my birthday present and buy a game for my sister because there was nothing I could buy for myself.
Man, fuck. I
then 2 years later, they have my little sister, who's 5 years younger than me,
Yeah.
playing Call of Duty.
God. Fuck.
And
Where's the
asked-
consistency? Yeah.
Yeah, and I ask because I was like into Resident Evil at some point, especially with the movies. And my mom saw a sale on all the games where you could buy 1 through 5 for a pretty low price. And I'm like, I thought you didn't want me playing M-rated games. And she's like, yeah, but you know, you're older now. Like, well, you let my sister play them before I did. You learn after your first one. Okay. What the fuck?
All right, can I see titty or not? Yeah, my parents were always well about like they were always like strict on what I watched. Not terribly strict. It was just adult programming that I just could not watch. So anything on HBO past like 8 or 9 o'clock, I was not allowed to watch. Video games, fuck it. It's like, nah, you can watch someone get decapitated. Video games would never have sex or sexy elements in it.
Then they see the statue on the loading screens in Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and they
Yeah,
freak out.
it's like to freak out the fuck out. That was it. That was the catalyst.
Is that a single pixel nipple?
My mom will still fast forward through the sex scenes to this day.
What?
My dad
Yeah.
sat down with me. We were both watching Ninja Scrolls whenever I was 6 years old, and he had nothing to say about a woman being sexually assaulted on screen. And it's just the differences in mentality between my mom and dad is so strictly different.
That's about how
that it
my,
still
my
confuses me to
dynamic
this
was. I
day.
get it.
What's this
Yeah.
game on the box?
Like I'm glad that my parents were never like that super fucking strict on everything that I watched. They were just really explicit on the sexual stuff. Everything else was fair game because they, I guess, trusted my judgment, or at least knew that if I got out of line, they'd fucking spank me with a belt or some other shit. And it's like, that's not the reason why I did it. It was like, it's just because, no, I was like, it's dirty. Or fucking some other shit. You know, but all that went out the window, like, once I was reaching puberty. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna watch whatever I want. Yeah, game ratings, like, nah, my folks never really cared about that. Oh,
Yeah.
let's put it this way, because this is the same family that, just to give you an idea how much my parents did not give a fuck about like violent video games or what, like the content inside the game itself. Like, so I played Mortal Kombat at the age of 5. I said that time and time again. Like, we had Grand Theft Auto 3 in the household available for everyone to play, and we got that shit at like launch day. So this was like what, 2001, 2002. Elliot was only like fucking 6 or 7 years old at this time. And we had GTA 3 on the living room for everyone to see. If anyone else happened to be paying attention. Like, that's how much we did not give a fuck. And I think I came
It was
out
just
okay. Oh, sorry, I got
inconsistent.
so well.
Elliot, I don't know.
Yeah, Elliot, I don't know. Has some sort of nervous tick, asthma. Probably because we played Grand Theft Auto 3.
That's because you saw a titty in
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto.
It caught him off guard.
Now, Elliot, what exactly did you mean when you said your brother sodomized you?
Did he get that? Oh, maybe I am responsible for that, now that I think about it. Maybe I am responsible. Did I teach him the word sodomy?
He doesn't even know the word.
Maybe because I was describing a Sonic Amy relationship, because that's sonomy, right? And maybe I slurred my words and he heard sodomy instead.
Yeah, but he used it as a threat.
Oh no! Apparently, I'm ruining the word "son Amy" for some people. I'm sorry, guys. That's all. When I see this specifically, let me see. This is Sonic Amy pairings in like fan fiction or sort of shit, or just like legit. They call it Son Amy. And I know that's the supposed to be the point, I see sodomy. And I laugh. Because it sounds like butt fucking.
All I can see with it is come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Yeah, oh. Oh, they're fucking in the butt.
Oh.
Barbie just got frosted like she was a cake.
So you're looking at the chat, right?
About what? What? Specifically?
Lucid.
What did Lucid say? What? I can't see it. Shit.
Add permitted term. It sounds like sodomy.
Like a mystery. It's like who done it? I don't know. It sounds like a sodomy. We might be able to find more clues in the sex dungeon.
What is this? The forgotten MGS line? I don't know. It sounds like sodomy.
Sodomy? And then there's a long ass conversation about the origins of sodomy.
You see Snake in the city of Sodom and Gomorrah.
My parents were weird about what games I played too. They allowed me to play San Andreas at age 3, albeit with the volume muted, but they wouldn't let me play God of War when I was in kindergarten. I bet you it's because of the fucking sex scene. Like that was
There's
it.
literally a sex game.
There's literally a sex mini game. Like after the first hour or two, I think. In San Andreas, I think outside of like the hot coffee stuff, whatever the fuck it was called, and even then you had to mod that back into the game.
Yeah.
You know, there was no explicit sexual material outside of innuendo. Imagine playing Metal Gear Solid 2, like growing up, and then your parents take it away from you at the very end, all because Raiden's buck-ass nude in Arsenal gear.
Understandable.
Like I was so close. And they took it away from me.
I'm still hung up on MGS3.
What do you mean?
Even to this day. I'm just being forced to take it back.
What, Snake
And then I went to
Eater? You
play
were forced to take it back? Why? I'm not sure if you told the story, but say it again.
I told it like 15 minutes ago.
Was it? No, I thought, okay. All right, hold on. Then I'm getting the games conflated because I had MGS2 in mind. Never mind.
Yeah, it was MGS3. That's why I was so confused, because I was tranking everyone. You know?
Oh, I hate this one. I always feel bad for these guys. Wait, I'm not doing these guys are low 42. What the fuck? Nope, I'm running. Sorry, you guys are tempered.
Snake Eater is awesome too. Yeah, it is.
Bob, get over here. Bob, where's my pet commands? Heal, Bob, heal. Bob.
Bob is dead.
Bob is No! Wait, you want to fucking go? Hold on. You murdered Bob.
In a war of attrition, this shit, or just die.
I'm gonna die. Oh, fuck. Well, I avenged Bob. That's all I really cared about doing. God, I almost died there. Jesus.
When I was a kid, I remember the Locker Girl poster.
Oh god.
But no, I didn't get another M-rated game until Black Ops.
Damn, that far ahead? Like, nothing else in between that you might think you might have played that was M-rated?
Nothing on the PS2, nothing on the Wii. Because, so like, my consoles in order was Wii, PS2, PS1, PS2, Wii, PS3, then of course PS4 and PS5. And so it was years later that I finally got to play another M-rated game. with it being Black Ops. And then I want to say after she gave me the go ahead, after I bought Black Ops, I went ahead and got Resident Evil 4 for the Wii because I had Gamefly at the time.
Man, what a jump.
Well, I think the funny thing about Gamefly is just that, so like 2013, 2014, my dad, I got grounded from games for a full fucking year.
What'd you do?
Man, I think it was grades related.
Oh, okay.
And like went full summer, full winter, all that shit. And then finally I was like, hey, am I still grounded? You're grounded?
God.
Fuck! I knew I should have asked. I knew I should have asked the next day after I got grounded. I was gonna forget.
I got so pissed off. But then, like, I stopped using the Gamefly because I thought my dad had canceled the subscription. And then it was after I had fucking graduated in 2015. I found a Gamefly disc in my dad's trunk, and I'm like, wait a second. Did you ever cancel your sub, the sub that was in your name? Oh, I guess not. What do you mean you guess not? It's been 3 years.
How much money did you unintentionally burn?
Right? Like, Jesus Christ.
That man kept that.
Like, I
company
get that from a
afloat.
fucking Planet Fitness, not a Gamefly.
Gamefly
Imagine being
debt.
in debt from Gamefly.
Like, goddamn, how do you forget that autopay's on?
Yeah, Gamefly's still around, last I heard. And it's
But
still-
now that I work cable, I will have those customers that will call in being like, oh, I thought I canceled this a year ago. You've not been noticing $150 charged into your card every fucking month?
Nobody checks their fucking bank statements, dude. See, this is exactly why I got notifications on my phone whenever something goes off on either my bank or my PayPal.
Yeah,
It's like,
same.
I
Exactly.
will fucking know if something happens.
Y'all just got fucking money to burn, and now you're calling in because someone's birthday's coming up and you want some money back.
My parents still call the bank every week to check their call. Man, I would just go on the bank's website to check the statements.
Technology
Right.
scary.
Yeah. Where's my
I
rotary phone?
guess.
Speaking of banks, I'm going to bed.
Yeah. Have a
What?
good night, Jeff.
Good night.
Like,
I either go on the website or the app. No, I do. Okay, so maybe I'm a little more antiquated in that regard. I don't do everything on the phone. Like, to me personally, I gotta handle like paying bills and shit on a browser, on the computer. I can't do it on the phone.
I pretty much do everything on the phone.
Thing is new to tanking.
Which kind of sucks because I need to get on the browser at some point so I can change my fucking address.
I haven't lived in Hawaii since I was born. Level 20, Dark Knight. Oof. This dude probably only has 2 GCDs and an AoE.
Gameplay burned my crops.
Just eventually transforms into this entity that goes everything beyond besides renting games. Playing any tank class below 70 is pain. Nah, yeah, I guess it depends on the tank in question. I don't think, honestly, I think Dark Knight is one of the better early game tanks, if only because their AoE is a fucking. No, actually, they don't have that advantage anymore because they changed Warrior's overpower into a circle as well. Back then, it used to be a cone. What's up?
Lucid saying, I feel like if anyone could get game streaming to work, it would be Gamefly. Those fuckers made the games equivalent of Netflix at the genesis of the subscription era. They'd figure out some holy grail level server reliability shit. Lucid, you say that, but I mean, isn't that just Game Pass Ultimate now?
So wait, how many levels of Game Pass are there? Because I don't follow all that shit.
You got PC Game Pass, of course, and
Yeah.
then Xbox Game Pass for the Xbox. And then if you want a sub that has both of them, it's Game Pass Ultimate. But not only do you get both subs, but you also get streaming the games too.
Oh, okay. If you have the internet for it, at the very least, anyway.
Yeah. I've used it out in town. It's not that bad.
Like streaming, like have you streamed games before?
I streamed it to my phone.
How reliable is it?
It wasn't that bad.
Because I'm big on latency and shit. So it's like if I notice something just slightly off, it throws me for a loop.
It was like maybe 30, 40 seconds, milliseconds of latency.
Oh, okay, these fucking milliseconds, like 10 seconds. Yeah, hit him, bud. That half a minute later, my character will jump. Oh, that's pretty solid.
No, 30, 40 milliseconds.
Yeah.
So, I mean, about as bad as your modern TV with motion smoothing and all that shit on.
Yeah, without adjusting anything to input lag, which I feel most general consumers don't do anyway.
And I absolutely despise every single person who does that. If I go to your house and motion smoothing is on, I will fiddle with
movies,
that TV.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same, especially for movies. Like, if I go to your house and I see fucking Lord of the Rings running at 60 FPS.
What is this goddamn Vaseline filter and why is it taking off?
I am going into your settings and changing it back to good.
And I don't get why TVs will do that by default. When, you know, you had the fucking, what was it, The Hobbit HFR,
Yeah. Well,
and it never took off.
I was going to say, wasn't The Hobbit filmed at 48 or 40? One of those two?
Yeah. Yeah, the high frame rate version, and it just never fucking took off. Yeah, here we are with motion smoothing.
I think it's just because of a mentality. I was like, a higher motion means like it just looks better. I was like, no,
It makes the sports more clear. No, it doesn't.
no, because you might as well just be watching AI generated sports.
You pause on this frame and look at all this fucking artifacting.
I don't see a man. I see a suggestion of a man. Yeah, I'm not a fan of motion smoothing. I just think it just looks ugly. Games, movies, whatever. It just doesn't look good. You're jumping towards me.
Yeah. Oh god, in anime. Jesus Christ. Where, you know, anime is already limited animation, you know,
Right.
sometimes 24, well, most of the time it's animated in 24 frames. And then it's being streamed on a 30 frame per second video file. And then it's being put through the fucking motion smoothing. God damn.
Oh my god.
You just get artifacting between the frames that it's so goddamn noticeable. I guess that's one issue that I've had in general with anime and a lot of things, honestly, where I've gotten so used to 60 FPS over the last like 7-8 years that if I'm looking at anything that's below 30, I can see the individual frames.
Well, I mean, but you can also just you can train your eyes for that, though. To be fair,
I guess.
yeah.
It's just something I do subconsciously, and it sucks.
Like I like, especially for me that studied animation and shit growing up, in and out of school. I can never turn that part of my brain off when I'm watching any sort of animation, 2D or 3D otherwise. And it's like a blessing and a curse, because a blessing in a way that I can really appreciate how some things are done, especially if I go back and like look at shit behind the scenes. It's a curse though, because when I see something I'm familiar with the process, I pick it apart and it distracts me.
This bitch animated on 4s.
Yeah. that was a motion tween. Coward.
But you watch, your basic bitch isekai. Why is this animated on 6s? Just making a slideshow at this point,
Yeah.
man.
Frame rate caps at 12. Man, I hope that's just the first run. Because holy shit.
Love Cuphead.
Animated for real. It's like for real. This is fake.
Got early CG in anime and cartoons. Oh god. Man, I can flip through the slideshow faster than it's animated.
So wait, Ocarina of Time frame rate, NTSC was 20, I think, or was it like 18 or something like that?
It was ass.
It was ass. Okay, yeah. I mean, the actual question is the actual answer is that it's ass, but I'm trying to remember like the actual frame rate of Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask to a similar extent. Well, I mean, if you want Ocarina of Time over clock, you just play the 3DS remake because that was they bumped the frame rate to 40, not 40, fucking 30, for that game.
Did they update it for NSO as well?
For what? For Nintendo Switch Online? Did they?
Yeah. Because haven't they been tweaking games for NSO?
Well, not to the extent of increasing the frame rate, make it more stable, sure.
Well, like, what's the fucking flight sim?
Pilot Wings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, didn't that barely try to run at 30?
Oh, I don't know. I never
and now it runs at, like, a lock 60 or whatever?
Yeah.
Pilot Wings 64? Yeah. OOT is still the same. So they edited Pilot Wings and nothing else? That's stupid.
Yeah, because, like, don't you risk compromising game design if you up the frame rate without adjusting things elsewhere?
You can do that, especially with things like, I'll say like Banjo-Kazooie and TK64, because some things had the slowdown in mind.
If the game's physics are tied to frame rate, yes. Okay. Which I imagine would just be the case for any platformer or any third-person adventure game or some other shit.
And Near Replicant.
And Near Replicant? No, I think I might have heard this story. I might have heard the story, actually.
Yeah, Near Replicant, whenever it first came out, shipped with a uncapped frame rate. And, yeah, that was an issue for PC players. Why is this game running at double fucking speed?
Am I high?
Holy shit, I'm running faster than Supersonic.
I think I'm a mutant. I can tell no one. That's a pretty fucking lame origin story.
And then they finally capped it to 60 in a patch, meaning I'm now having to play the game unpatched.
Just because you want the uncapped frame rate?
Because, Special K of the Special K mod released a mod for the original version of the game where you could run it at higher frame rates, but it also tweaks the game time where it runs the game at normal speed.
I see.
Instead of it running fucking double speed.
SA2 uncapped is funny as hell when you do it by accident, though. Yeah, I mean, but first time I get a fucking jump scare, dude. Like, I thought, like, oh my god, what have I been drinking?
Also, at breaking the audio in SA2.
Well, I mean, but that's nothing. The audio man, the fucking audio starts broken. Like, there's no time in SA2 where the audio is ever
max
good.
Volume.
Yeah.
It's max volume and it doesn't show up in the fucking volume settings in Windows. So it's like, where is it coming from? Can't turn it down.
The audio's coming from within the house.
Like, damn, put my headphones on, ears blown the fuck out.
You think you learned your lesson after SA1, but
Right. Shit, no, I gotta go and cap the frame rate manually in GeForce Experience. Or control panel.
There is a sound engine mod that tries to undo the sheer audio problems of SA2 HD now. I wonder how much of a process that is. Like, what exactly is happening with the audio on, like, the game's line of code and shit?
Right.
Like, yeah, could not tell you. Am I streaming for a bit? Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming for a bit. Don't exactly have an end goal for tonight's stream. Well, oh, I guess until I get tired.
I'll be here until I feel like I need to go to bed so I can get up for work. I'll be fine though. I got work in like a little less than 9 hours. As long as I get 4 hours of sleep, I'll be fine.
ADX files are a bitch to sift through. Don't wish that endeavor for anyone. Well, I mean, if it's anything like what Jason ended up doing for me last week, before I was putting the finishing touches on the Frontiers video, you went into like the PC version of the digital mini soundtrack for Sonic Frontiers.
Initially the mini soundtrack, but then I just said fuck it and pieced the audio files from the actual game itself, because apparently the mini soundtrack points to the game's audio files for whatever reason.
Okay. But within your spelunking, you found a shitload of redundancies, things that were not used, or at least not used in the intended way, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And everything was generically labeled.
And I guess the generically labeled part is fine if it weren't for the fact that it was labeled out of order.
Fuck.
which kind of hints that they possibly did the order for the islands late. And people are talking about how they're finding assets for islands that aren't in the game.
Maybe potential DLC.
Maybe DLC or just scrap content.
Yeah.
It's Sega after all.
Yeah, true enough. No, because there is a curiosity I have in the first island. This is not spoiling anything, but maybe I'm not the only one who noticed it, or maybe I just might be misremembering it. There is an island, a small island, in the very southwest corner of the first island that you cannot reach. But it is marked on the map. And I thought there is somehow, some way to get to this island. But to my knowledge, it is impossible to access. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? It is the first island at the very south end. It's far removed from all the main islands. It is by itself. It is this small piece of land that is marked on the map, so it is something I believe you can interact with, but there is no way to reach it. Yeah, it is in the very southwest corner of the map. I was staring at that thing for like half an hour, looking in every other island, wondering if there's a way to get to it. And I found nothing. So I'm not sure if it is a separate instance that's loaded from maybe like a cutscene, or it is unused or not used yet for potential DLC. I love that shit though. Shit like that fascinates me. Yeah, because that makes me so intrigued of what that island might be.
Yeah. Who knows? It may house the 16th Colossus.
Yeah, man, I can't wait for Pop Fiction's dead. But no, it's no. What do they call it now? Like, I don't even know if they make videos about it anymore. Like Gaming Sleuth or some other shit.
I'm not sure. Well, and also, wasn't that like a game trailers thing?
Yeah, originally a game trailers thing. Hold on, let me see if I can find Sonic Frontiers. What was the name of the first island? Was it Kronos or some other shit?
Yeah, Kronos.
Kronos Island map. Show you exactly what I'm looking at. Is that it? Yeah.
Man, I'm still so disappointed that we didn't get the other Colossi that got scrapped.
I mean, but how far did it get into the game before it got scrapped, or did it never go beyond a conception?
I think
Like-
it was
like
like
a
originally
concept
48 was
yeah.
the concept, and then it was dropped to 22, and then it was dropped to 16. After they like realized that they couldn't get the final 6 in the game.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
Because we've seen screenshots of some of them.
Yeah.
Like one was kind of like a spider one, and then one was almost like, I think, a chicken that breathed fire or something.
Will this work? Yeah, it does work. Okay, cool. So I can't. Maybe I can zoom in. Yeah, we can zoom in on this. So this is the first island, right? Like an hour and a half in, I'm playing the game, and I got everything mapped out. And then this little thing catches my eye.
What is that? What is that?
Yeah, exactly. This little island right here in the southwest caught my eye. And I zoom in on it, and there's no way to reach it, to my knowledge. I wish I can get this a little larger without having to awkwardly shift this. You can zoom in on that island, and there are like these little multicolored squares inside it. I don't know what that means, but it is marked on the map. And anything that's marked on the map is something that you can technically see or at least interact with. But there is no way, to my knowledge, to reach this island.
I wonder if you can get to it by modding in Supersonic, because people have modded in Supersonic and you can somewhat fly
Yeah.
as Supersonic.
Or at least edit a
overwhelmed.
rail or some other shit.
Or moon jump, whatever.
Or moon
Yeah.
jump, whatever. I was so fascinated by that little island. And I wonder if there is something there.
John, look in the top right corner. There's a much bigger area. Yes, but you do actually go there.
Yeah.
All the islands have something like that.
So I'm wondering if it's, given the game's adamant focus on exploration, was there originally a plan to do something with that small island?
It'd be funny if that's where you get loaded to for big shit.
That's not a impossible scenario, I would say. Yeah, I would think that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, Cactar Island.
And just
Cactar, I
forget
think
to-
Cactar Island was Final Fantasy VIII, I think. It was an island where you just fought nothing but cactars, and eventually you would fight the Jumbo Cactar. You know, it's also like the fucking Goblin Island in Final Fantasy VII, the section of islands to the east side of the map, and that small little island in Final Fantasy IX where you fight the Yans. I love details like that. I love bits, small sections of a vast world that are unique for what they hold within. Because that just gets my whole fucking exploration element inside all hot and bothered, and I want to keep exploring. It's the One Piece.
The One Piece. The One Piece is real.
Yeah, that island is where the dude stuck in the treasure box lies. Wait, what are we talking about? No, Big is an entirely separate instance. Okay.
That's a One Piece reference.
Oh, okay. No. I know the One Piece is real thing. Is a One Piece reference. Oh, you talking
No,
about
the guy stuck in the treasure box.
Okay, never mind. Let's see. This is why I don't watch anime. Keep playing with my emotions like that. So I don't want to spoil things. I got there from a later island in the game, and there's nothing but a ramp here. It's what you got there from a later island in the game? What the hell does that mean? Or does it mean what I think it means, and you can't elaborate on that for that reason? That's the island where Jimmy Hoffa's hiding. Fuck, you think you know a guy? Okay, yeah.
John McAfee was hiding out there for a couple months.
What? Like, I'm processing. I see McAfee at like the antivirus program. Or
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
remember John McAfee?
I do remember John McAfee, but was he on the
Where
run?
he was like running from the fucking feds for several times.
Hey, your fucking shit doesn't work. You'll never catch me.
And he like hit himself off with a bunch of guns and shit. Dude was
He
crazy.
hit himself on a fort made of guns.
I mean, might
And
as
inside
fucking
that
well.
gun fort, another gun. And yet, McAfee is pre-installed on Windows still. Is it? I think they would just use their default Windows Defender program nowadays, wouldn't they? I got rid of my antivirus long fucking ago. Like, I don't use antivirus anymore.
Well, I mean, that's less of a Windows thing, and as far as like Microsoft, and more of like a OEM sort of thing.
Well, it also depends on the distributor of the PC in question, wouldn't it? Because like, wouldn't like HP or Dell or
Well, that's
Who
what I
else?
mean by the OEM.
yeah, okay.
So, HP and Dell getting
All right.
contracts.
Have a good night,
from,
Jiggly. Thank you very much.
Yeah, getting contracts from like McAfee or whatever.
Yeah.
To install that shit, and they get like a percentage cut or whatever for having X amount of people have it installed from the get go.
Right.
Which fuck them for that. Fuck any company that preload shit, man.
I would agree because I didn't ask for it. First off, like I just want a computer that is willing to run the shit that I have planned, but I don't care about your plans. So keep your shit out of my rig.
Got the fucking AT&T Uverse TV app preloaded on my phone. Meanwhile, AT&T Uverse TV was discontinued for several years at that point.
Oh my god. Do I have any more Geishel greens, or did I only get that one for that quest? Yeah, I only have that one for the quest. Oh, I also bought the dead.
U2 and their album. Yeah, Apple. Apple Music.
Oh, that it just come default with every like download of Apple Music.
Well, everyone was forced to have that U2 album in their fucking
Oh, that's
playlist.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think I might remember the album cover.
yeah, whenever you're, you got on shuffle, and then you hear, who the fuck is this? I didn't purchase this shit.
This sounds like
And
something
you
my
look
dad would
down and
listen
it's
to.
U2. Yeah, they got a fucking lawsuit for that shit and everything.
Hello, hell no.
Because you couldn't remove it from your album history.
Oh my god! Like all the stuff that they would pre-install, preload into your thing was so fucking unnecessary. If it's not antivirus, it's like word programs, photo programs. Oh my god, they would bloat the fuck out of
Candy
your-
Crush.
like games. If it's like the basic Windows shit, like Solitaire, Freestyle, assuming they still do that, then that's not the end of the world. But like, yeah, like actual fucking games you either get on a mobile phone or anything that just has a dedicated exe file. I'm pretty sure they're not large files, but still, I didn't ask for it. And like back in the day,
Still
especially
do that.
when you were getting like, when you were upgraded from like Windows 98 to like 2000 or ME if you're poor, or Windows or Windows XP.
Oh, the king.
I know a lot of people still praise XP. I still like the interface of XP, but
Same here.
you would get all these fucking programs because back then everything wasn't so like unified or homogenized. There were separate programs that did separate things for separate like working processes, and photo processing, printing. Oh my god, you had like 3 fucking separate things downloaded for a print job, a scan job, photo editing, and that's sort of thing. But it's like all of these programs just bloat and bloat and bloat. Remember Windows 8?
We don't
Yeah,
talk
because
about 8.
people. Yeah, because I hear Windows 8 because people don't like 8 and want 7 back. That's the only context I ever heard 8 brought up, and was like, yeah, I miss 7.
We don't talk about Windows 8, and neither does Microsoft. They'll list Windows 8.1, but not 8. 8.1 brought the start button back.
Windows 9 and
No. even though it brought the start menu back, it doesn't actually bring up like a traditional start menu. It would still bring up the fucking tiles.
Wait, tile? What? Explain tiles.
The tile interface that Windows had.
Oh,
Windows 8
okay.
had.
Okay.
Remember, because they were trying to appeal to tablets.
Right. Ooh.
Yeah.
Touch tablets at that, right? Like,
Yeah.
or was it just like all squares?
It was all squares,
Yeah,
like
it was all
rectangles.
squares, right? Like tiles. Right. You're right about that.
Yeah, where they were trying to focus on a touch market and get Windows 8 touch oriented.
Yeah.
And no one wanted it. And then they updated the 360 and the Xbox One to it. People got really pissed.
That would explain why, what was it, like, late Xbox 360, early Xbox One interface was so flat and unappealing.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to capitalize on that market.
Yeah. Oh god, Xbox One already had a poor fucking launch with the marketing coverage up to it. If you want an offline alternative for the Xbox One, purchase an Xbox 360.
That's right, they did say that.
Jesus Christ.
Meanwhile, my ass is still processing the fucking water cooler. Like, comment. I'm like, huh? wait. Oh, right, we're still talking games.
And then you got the fucking tile UI. Like, what the fuck is this?
I understand the need to want to march forward in technology. It's like at some point you gotta let go of the shit that you've already been using for 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
But not that way. You know? Because it's one thing when your PlayStation 4 is no longer backwards compatible with PlayStation 1. It's another thing when you're trying to make the console... let's say, like, if the PlayStation 2 was not backwards compatible with PlayStation 1, you can't rock to me as a selling point. You can still buy a PlayStation 1. Fuck you. A big selling point about the PlayStation 2 being as good as it was not just because like it had a DVD player inside of it, and not because, you know, it had all these cool games coming out on launch window. It's because it can still play fucking PS1 games. So it's like there was that was incentive enough to get it to at least replace the one you already have, and you could look forward to a future smorgasbord of content. And what was the total life expectancy of 360? Because that console came out in 2005, late 2005. And Xbox One was announced when? 2000 and...
I think 2013, right?
2013 or 2012?
2012 was Wii U.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like release.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, wasn't those around the same time, though? No, because Wii U was after.
Wii U struck while the iron was hot and released a year prior to the
they struck while the iron was hot once.
Yeah.
and then they got cold feet. It's like, oh, that was scary. You see all those sparks? They left.
But 2013 was not kind to the Wii U.
Jim Ryan says that no one wants to play old smelly PlayStation games from the past because they're not future enough. Man, well, Jim Ryan needs to shut the fuck up.
Jim Ryan ain't got a job here anymore.
I wonder why. 2013 was not nice to the Wii U. When was any year good to the Wii U, though, to be fair? Like, comment Jim Ryan L.
But no, I think Jim Ryan's still fucking president of, CEO of Sony.
Is he?
Let's see.
Like, again, I understand wanting to have technology move forward, but you also got to think of your fucking consumer, and it is very clear when they are not.
Yeah. Remaking Horizon Zero Dawn, but not remaking Bloodborne is like a sin. No, you know what's even worse? Despite us already having a remake, I would love just a slight remaster of the Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Yeah.
Add ray tracing, add high frame rate support, like 120 FPS support, and release that shit on PC too.
Well, it's like I think at that point all you just need is a PC release, and you can probably find folks to do that themselves. Maybe
With like
well, not the ray tracing, but still.
well, I mean like RTX Remix, I think is what it's called.
Okay, yeah. I feel like if using a program,
The program that Nvidia's releasing, so you can add ray tracing and other things to older titles.
there is a petition with almost 6K signatures to root Jim Ryan from Sunny. Ooh, a whole 6K. Like, ooh, a petition. Because those always work.
Shadow of the Colossus director's cut.
You gotta talk. You gotta. If it comes like with CEOs and shit like that, you gotta talk with your money, not with a fucking pamphlet. I'm gonna tell you exactly what they gotta do. They gotta take that pamphlet, gotta crumple up into the trash and throw it right the fuck away. Shadow, if you need sleep, sleep. What the fuck am I doing? I'm running around on an MMO on a motorcycle on grassy fields. So it's like, there are better things to do with your time. Like sleep. I like sleep.
God, who was it? The person who used to be pretty high up in Microsoft. What everything he touches fucking dies.
In Microsoft specifically? It's not Phil Spencer.
Yeah.
Was it
Because didn't he run Stadia?
Stadia specifically.
Yeah, I think it was the same guy that headed Stadia.
No, I'm drawing a blank. Timmy Turner's mom. To be fair, if you're put in charge of Stadia, you've already lost. Yeah, shout out to Riku. There's just a guy cosplaying as Riku here. Wonder if he's full of bugs.
What? I'm trying to find him. Where are you?
Oh, I don't have the
motherfucker?
backflip on this character. I don't think I do anyway. No, I don't have backflip.
Oh, Phil Harrison.
Phil
That
Harrison.
was the guy.
Man, that's gotta fucking suck if you work on Microsoft and your first name is Phil and Spencer has to sleep with one eye open.
He worked for both.
Oh.
Worked for Sony and Sony Computer and Entertainment America. As the fucking vice president from 96 to 2000.
96 to 2000 for only 4 years?
Yeah, but he was in the company from 92 all the way up to 2005
Damn.
when he resigned shortly before the PS3 launched. He was the person who showcased the PS3 in 2005. To show off its real-time power that developers can tap into. This will be one of the best gaming consoles ever for developers.
And like 30 other developers just suddenly developed a cold sweat and they could not explain it.
Chuckles and cell processor.
Chuckle. Only one though. You have to move to another cell processor to complete the chuckles. Because what was it? It was 7 of them, right? It was like it had 7 cell processors. Remember in that name?
It was too fucking many.
It was too fucking many. Is the real answer, but I think like it had 7 total cell processors, and it's like I'd imagine like devs getting the dev kit was like, what the fuck is this? Is this that Windows Vista shit that everybody hates? No, man, it's a PlayStation 3 cell system. Like, what does 7 cell processors even mean? Said the devs. Pretty sure that's what the devs said. Unless that game was made specifically for the PlayStation 3 as a console exclusive, multi-platform games tend to be a fucking laugh and a half when it came to releasing the game on both the 360 and PlayStation 3, because almost always the PlayStation 3 version was the worst version. Because nobody knew how to fucking work around those processors. But are there any exceptions to that rule? Is there any multi-platform game where the PlayStation 3 version was actually the better version? Because the devs behind the scenes actually knew what the fuck to do.
Can't think of any, but okay. Phil resigned from Sony in 2008 in February.
Okay.
That following month, he becomes the new director of Infogrames.
Oh boy.
The following year, becomes the non-executive director of Atari.
I like non-executive director. We're gonna tell you frame fucking one that you don't mean shit.
The following year, resigns from Atari.
13 runs. Well, no, I don't think 13 was a matter of the sell process. That was just a matter of space. Because 13 was only one disc. 13 on 360 was like 3.
2010 becomes joins the advisory board of Gakkai, a game streaming cloud game streaming service that fucking died because it was 2010.
You don't understand. This is the new hotness. Yeah, like 30 fucking years, Phil.
And then in 2012, he joined Microsoft. TV.
Oh man, say no more. Please stop. Actually, it hurts my ears.
2015 leaves Microsoft Game Studios, and then he gets hired on in 2018 to join Google as like a VP and general manager.
I think you might be a plague.
And then the next year he announces Stadia as a product manager. And in 2022 he announces Stadia's dying. Oh, sorry. No, I skipped one. 2021, he announces that Stadia would be shutting down its internal development studio for video games. Good track record.
According to a YouTuber called X Paradigm Gamer, it's a great start. Apparently, he says Sonic Unleashed ran better on PS3 than 360, but that claim was made a few years ago. I think the only difference between PS3 and Xbox 360 Unleashed was PS3 had a variable frame rate. Because that shit would jump between, well, at least struggled between 30, 20, and 40. I don't think it ever reached 60. But I wouldn't necessarily, no, I would say, hold on, you can't say it does run better in quotes and say not stable. What the fuck does that mean? You might as well just say, yeah and no.
It runs better. It just crashes every 30 minutes.
But it doesn't run better. No. I think the positives of the one version and the negatives it brings with it, or at least the inconsistencies that negates any sort of advantage it might have. So I think Unleash is kind of unique in that regard. Yeah, 360 was locked to 30 FPS.
And it's thanks to that the superior version of PS5 20 years. What the hell are you talking about?
Remember, it took 3 console generations for at least to run unfucked. That's amazing. It's probably the only reason why I would actually legitimately get a Series X. It's so I can play Unleashed at a stable frame rate.
Right.
Yeah. I might,
Still
you know what?
I
might fucking do that, dude. Like, because at some point or another, I'm gonna be getting to a 100% Sonic Unleashed playthrough. I'm like, I'm not running that shit on 360. John, I'm a FF fan. I always wanted to play an MMORPG and can't decide between 15 and WoW. Should I pick up 15? Well, 15 is not the MMO. That's the single player. You're thinking of 14. The game I'm playing is 14. And obviously, I'm going to tell you to play. I'm going to tell you to play 14 because it's the one I'm playing right now. It's the one I've put almost 10,000 hours into. But I don't know. That's ultimately up to you. I think most people nowadays will tell you to play 14 over WoW. But a lot of people did start with WoW, so I think there's still benefit to it.
Play Fusion Fall Cowards.
Fusion Fall? I think you made that up.
That was the Cartoon Network MMORPG.
I didn't even know. No, you definitely made that shit up now.
Dude, the art style for it was so weird with some of the characters.
Also, fucking Beowulf, if you think 14 doesn't run by a shitty company, there are no ethics when it comes to gaming consumption, guys.
There are no.
There are ethnics, yeah. I mean, maybe some of them will probably say that, but like I know Activision Blizzard is bad, right? But if you're thinking fucking Square Enix is squeaky clean, no,
They're not.
they're not. You know, but still, the fuck was I going to say? Like I got so distracted by ethnics and video games. But 14 has a free trial, or at least has a generous trial. Might have heard jokes about it. So I was thinking if you're thinking about it, you could at least not have to pay a dime. There is no ethical consumption under capitalism, Josh. You have it right. Bro, Square released like 35 plus games this year and only like 4 of them were successful. That's not what we're talking about though, JC. We're not talking about the quality or the success of a company. We're talking about the ethics behind it. Oh, it might be on the second level actually. Shout outs to Tailbot. I'm pretty sure that's not that's not supposed to pronounce the name. I'm pretty sure it might be like Talibot.
I posted it in the Discord. The kind of promotional art style that they're trying to go for Fusion Fall.
Yeah.
And good lord, what we actually got was not the greatest. So like, there's Mandy. Ed.
That art style is so weird. Can you post that
It
in
is.
chat too?
Let's see if I can.
I don't know. It seems like they kind of just made everything generically anime.
Is that letting me post it?
Or anime-esque
But-
at the very least, yeah.
Chat. Just Google Fusion Fall.
Yeah, I think at that point we're just gonna have to do that. So, I mean, oh, hold on. Let me save these images and I can put them on the thing myself. Just give me a second here. I mean, we can start.
Haas. Haas, what do they do to you?
Here we go.
Haas got that himbo. That himbo face.
So, like, are the enemies just like evil alien versions of the heroes
Yeah.
and shit?
And then you can get like little sprite versions.
Right.
Kind of like, oh my god, what are the fucking names of the characters? In KH2. How they're just in random little pixie forms.
YRP, Riku and Pain. Yeah.
Yeah. You can get characters like that where they just kind of fly around you and do like
Things.
stat buffs or debuffs, shit like that.
Come on, Ed. Do a funny.
Ed, this is your
Nick
child.
All Stars Brawl style suddenly looks fun. It looks like a PPGX fan comic that someone spent years in the making. PPG. Oh, Powerpuff Girls X?
X.
Okay. The X makes it sound cool.
God, trying to play Fusion Fall as a child absolutely sucked on our shitty ass. Less than 1
Shitty
megabit per
ass.
second down
E-machine
internet.
ass. Windows Vista have an ass.
The download to start the game would take literally overnight.
Imagine Steven Universe and Fusion for art style. No, because we're fucking no. People will still bring up the fucking Cal Arts critique. It's instance time. Who am I punching in the knees now?
I'm trying to think of when Fusion Fall died.
Literally taking 3 hours to download it sounds like a nightmare. But you know, like the most fucking cathartic, well, not so much cathartic, not the right word to use, but like the most liberating feeling I ever had is when I moved from dial-up to DSL the first time. Because I was already familiar with emulation and downloading ROMs at the tail end of my days with dial-up, and it would take minutes to fucking download NES and SNES ROMs. And I want to remind you guys, those games on ROMs are fucking tiny as shit. Like most NES games are just kilobytes. Like some Super Nintendo games are like a couple of megs, unless you get like the really large ones. But still, that shit took minutes, if not more, just to download one. Then I moved to DSL and I hit download, and I didn't see the prompt because it already finished. And I was like, this is amazing.
This is the future.
This is the future.
Oh man, I didn't get decent internet until I did not have a personal internet speed, at least at my mom's house, that was faster than 10 megabits per second.
Yeah.
Until late, and I mean like November 2018.
Oh Jesus.
Where we went from less than 10, like we were quoted as receiving 10. It was more so we were receiving 1 down and 0.01 up. It was so slow that I would get emails delayed. But like we went from that to 1,000. Because as soon as they got fiber out here, I just went hog wild and got the highest thing.
All the porn. Quick, before it's too late.
And it doesn't help that, you know, at that time I was already working at the company.
Yeah.
For the ISP. So I got it for $30.
I just want a picture of a hot dog. Oh my god. That was actually a common jump scare tactic, believe it or not, Daybreaker Red. Because especially back in the days of dial-up and right before DSL became commonplace, like when you were trying to download or at least view a JPEG or a PNG, that shit would slowly load from the top and go all the way down.
Top to bottom.
Yeah, top to bottom. Exactly. When you get to the nibblies, you gotta wait a bit. It's like fuck. But too many times, especially because my folks open up every fucking email they sent their way. They put these fucking these flash jump scares into it, where it looks like it's just an image starting from the top, but as soon as it gets to the interesting bits, it just fucking scares you with this scream. God, those were all over the place. I hated it. Fucking flash jump scares were all over the fucking place in emails and shit. And I was like, do you not know any better?
Oh man, it was crazy. Going from taking legitimately 30 to 40 seconds to send an email to
this is just like we're talking just basic ass text email too. Like it didn't even have attachments on it.
Yeah, no attachments.
Damn.
And sometimes it would fail.
Well, I'll try again tomorrow.
Going from that to, you know, uploading full playlists of like uploading all of Sonic Forces in just like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Pre-Google YouTube was a gym. It was something, all right.
Yeah, I was like, it was something. I don't know if it was a gem. Looked more like a piece of coal. A piece of coal with a 5-star rating system and video responses.
Yeah, now it's just a piece of coal with an ever-changing UI and a demonetization symbol.
I could have sworn there were 2 like buttons. One pointing up, one pointing down. Newgrounds is still a thing, though, to be fair, Void Wolf. Newgrounds never left.
Yeah. No, not at all.
How's it going, Fang? No, I mean, I could watch a single Mario 3 video at 144p. That shit was amazing, though, too. Like, not quite to the same extent as, like, upgrading your 56K modem to DSL, but when YouTube first got 1080p 60 FPS, I thought that was so fucking cool.
Oh yeah.
We were going
Watch that shit in school because my home internet wouldn't let me.
I'm still watching the 144p Mario 3 playthrough. All right, Wardy, have a good night.
God, those early
stopping
days.
another hour myself, actually.
Okay.
Well, no, what were you saying?
Those early days whenever I was, doing the channel and stuff. If I wasn't uploading things at my dad's house, because my dad had I think 300 megs or whatever up and down, I was uploading it from school because school had multi-gigabit internet.
Jesus Christ.
I think they had over 8,000 up and down. And what we had is we had a little Hackintosh computer where we took a bunch of computers that were being decommissioned from the school and cobbled them together. Now it dual boots Linux and Mac OS.
Yeah.
And I would just stick a damn USB drive to it, like a little 256 gig USB drive to it into the back, install TeamViewer onto the computer,
Yeah.
and then upload the videos overnight, and it's just boom, like that. 256 gigs, done and gone. And I'm like, holy shit, man.
That's amazing.
But the school was kind of concerned because all they saw was just there's super high YouTube bandwidth. And they decided to axe people's ability to watch YouTube. The issue is that was client side, so it was only affecting the school's computers. We're running Linux. It doesn't have that firewall on there.
Yeah.
So I'm still uploading shit. And then they lock out the teacher's ability to watch YouTube and shit. And I'm still uploading stuff. But they're so upset about the bandwidth usage on the YouTube, not even realizing it's going on at midnight.
None the wiser. Honestly, I think my favorite thing about consuming media in school. Actually, I don't really have anything to share in high school or anything like that, because computer networking on the internet, at least on school computers, was still at its infancy around that time.
Yeah.
But starting in college, that's what I learned the beauty of fucking network drives. Because when I was in the Art Institute, there was just one network drive that was just full to the fucking brim of pirated anime and cartoon movies. And you could watch it anytime. As long as you're on a computer in the school itself, you can just access it from anywhere and just I watch Star Trek at fucking 3 a.m. during the Iron Animator competition. That's cool. But you bet your ass I took all that shit, Control-C, Control-V, put it right on the hard drive. I remember leaving that overnight because I knew that I was at a class at night and then I was back in that same room the next day in the morning. So it's I can comfortably leave this here and let it transfer and it'll be fine. Sure enough, it was.
Yeah. Hey, that's what you would do.
Yeah.
I think the funniest thing though, since I did have remote access to the computer, I went and edited the wallpaper to be the computer science teacher's face, but it's tiled on the computer.
Oh, okay. Who's outrated me? Hey, Kyle Jordan, thank you for the raid party one. Much appreciated, man.
And then we get there's a phone call that's placed to our teacher. And it's hey, so-and-so wants to see you real quick. We go down there. Did you change this wallpaper? Yeah. Can you please stop terrorizing my students? Okay. Because all they saw was the computer, like the monitor was off.
It was at this point
Wallpaper's
that Jason knew
perfectly
that he
fine.
was destined for greater things.
Though at that point, a month later, I figured out how to get into the school's cameras.
Hero Cash, to answer your question you posted earlier. The reason I started with a new character for the stream specifically is because, no, this character I made specifically for the Switch live streams. You know, I'm still on the game every day with my main character, but for Twitch live streams, I figured I'd start over with a new character. Not have to worry about New Game Plus, because I wanted to just go ahead and go into why I love this game and share all the little bits and things that come to mind. Well, we're not just getting lost in conversation that's completely irrelevant, which is 98% of the streams, so to be fair. That's 98% of every stream, though. Actually, now that I said that out loud.
Oops.
But no, it's fine, because these streams are very nonchalant. I do them whenever I fucking feel like it. If you couldn't tell already, it's 3 in the morning. And these are just just something I feel like doing whenever I feel like it. And the vibe is supposed to be like completely nonchalant. I'm in a different Discord channel than I usually am for the live feeds, and yeah, just the vibe's completely different. My high school had an updated security system on the computers throughout the school, so it was down for a bit. So my biology teacher had to bring in a personal laptop for class, and when he pulled up a site for class, a porn pop-up showed up. I mean, isn't that the biggest fear? Is just accidentally uploading your porn on a projector because you didn't clear out the browser history.
Oops.
Yep. You know, I have to wonder if how many content creators, or at least live streamers that do this shit for a living, have like a separate build for streaming and a separate build for personal use that has all the porn and shit.
Alpharad should.
You say Alpha Rat?
Yeah, he should. He needs to. Twice now he's accidentally toggled the scene to Twitter, and it's just, cosplayer ass. Just like full on display.
Yeah, just out there. Screen sharing on. Don't retweet on main gamers. Isn't that that's the biggest fucking fear, is accidentally showing like a tab you didn't mean to show, or a file you downloaded that's still in the directory, people can see it because you decide to share the desktop screen, and not like a window in the desktop.
Oops, I accidentally toggled to my fucking pictures folder.
That I just
And you
have
got a
all the
video
fucking
file
C
there.
drive in there.
Yeah, and then you can see this video file sitting here with a big ass thumbnail of a giant ass.
Oh, what are that video is
I
about?
nearly did that.
No fucking man. The only sort of caught red-handed moment I ever had with that was with my brother Mark, because there was a time, so like I got my first iPod in like 2005, 2006, one of those years. And
Yeah.
I fell in love with that fucking thing because, like, oh my God, I could put so much music in this shit. Then I found out that you could also put image files in it too. So I was like, oh my God, I can put so much fucking porn in this. And just take it with me. And I did just that. I put a lot of fucking porn on my first iPod. And I remember accidentally fucking scrubbing through it when Mark was just staring. Because I wanted to show him, I think I was trying to show him a music track to an album that I was really like. But I accidentally loaded the pictures. And fucking you get all the visual thumbnails of all the images you see. So like he saw everything at once.
Oops.
And I tried like to masquerade like my iPod got hacked, but he's like, you fucking bullshitter. You fucking lying out of your ass.
No, we were streaming Monster Hunter, and I needed to like quickly browse for a I can't remember what it was. It was for some old Shadow of the Colossus footage that I was trying to find for like talking about an example of something.
Yeah.
and then I accidentally like go by my pictures and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. Thank God this is on the other screen. It's not currently being displayed.
Shit. My parents almost caught me watching porn my freshman year of high school, and so to avoid it, I dropped my phone while I was out in the case in the middle of grade to shatter the screen. Fuck it, man. You gotta go scorched earth. It's the only way.
My parents accidentally caught me watching porn in high school. They took away the mouse thinking that would rob me of the ability to use my computer. Tab, 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 tab. Enter. Tab, 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 tab.
The one thing that I always remember for myself, because like it kind of had like a multi-layered thought process to it. Like it's one of those things that you ask yourself in hindsight, like afterwards. So another thing that I was really big into, I'm talking because like when John, like in like the early 2000s, was a horny teenager, and once we got our first printer, the idea was like I can print hentai with this, and I could take it up to my room when I don't have to use it. That way I don't have to fucking masturbate where the family computer's at. It'd be really weird. Are they sleeping? I hope they are. But I had a hentai that I had printed out, and then after handling my business, completing the transaction, you could say, I threw it out. I threw it out in the main trash can in the kitchen because that's the only way I could think of getting rid of it, unless, I don't know, maybe I should have used a garbage disposal. But I threw it out in the main kitchen trash can, and I put that shit all the way fucking down because I don't want anyone seeing this shit. The next day, my mom slowly approaches me with that shit in her hand, saying that, what the fuck is this? And I was like, I mean, you already know what I'm going to say, so okay. But at the same time, my mind was like, what the fuck are you doing digging in the garbage? Because I put that shit deep into the can, folks. Like, there was layers upon layers of garbage in there, so it's like, how the fuck did you, like, what are you, through the garbage? What are you, a fucking raccoon? Like, what are you digging through the garbage for? There was a bag in that can, too. It was like, so the only way you would know that it was there if you were digging through the garbage. Like, why the fuck were you digging through the garbage? Also, fuck, I got caught. No, I didn't bring that out because I didn't want to get my ass beat.
Oh my God. So with our shitty internet, if I was wanting to, watch the good shit, the high quality shit, I can't watch it in real time.
Yeah.
What I learned is that the PS3's browser, if you go to various sites, like, your big name ones,
Yeah.
back then it would try to run the mobile version, and it would try to run via QuickTime.
QuickTime?
Yeah. Like QuickTime video player.
Oh my God. Yeah.
The PS3 is like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this shit.
It's like, what the hell's .move?
And it just downloads the file.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so you can watch it off the video player off the PS3. And I would just freeload that shit, just download
all the porn. I hope it runs on QuickTime though.
And then I completely forget to delete it one day.
Oh no.
And my little sister goes to play on the PS3,
no.
and then she sees all these video files on there. I'm like,
the fucking Vine boom goes off in your head.
like
you didn't know your eyes could get that wide.
Like, luckily it's just a random numbers.mov.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, it's an anime I downloaded.
Yeah.
I was gonna watch later. You can't watch it though, okay?
They said, what's La Blue Girl?
And then I just delete.
Oh no, it's a Sailor Moon spinoff. You're not old enough to watch it yet. Anyway, go over there while I go tend to something.
God.
My brother ordered $60 worth of porn on their Comcast. My parents gave me an intervention thinking I did it. I didn't even know you could watch porn on demand. Anyway, so the next day I watched porn on demand, right?
Oh my God. I had that situation within like, I think my first year in the company where this woman is just screaming at me about, my bill keeps changing every other month. Da 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 da. Why is my bill $100 more than it, should be?
Sure.
Like, man, there's a lot of movies on here. What do you mean movies? I don't order any movies.
Oh boy.
They're adult movies, man. Okay. What receiver is it ordered from? It's saying that they're ordered from the upstairs receiver.
It's come from within the house. Like,
she's like, upstairs. I don't have any TVs upstairs. And then she's like, oh, okay. I'm going to have a word with that boy.
Oh, no.
Like,
oh, man. Shit.
I just signed this child's death warrant.
Speak not of me. Just say you were a great detective. You put two and two together. Yeah, I was good. You sold me out. I thought we were friends.
And all that kid ordered over $100.
Oh, Jesus. Imagine paying for porn.
And had been paying and like had been ordering it for like the last 6 months. God, she was so damn pissed.
I mean, if my mom found out that I was spending her money to buy porn, she'd probably do the same fucking way. But my money back then was food stamps, so I don't think I could buy porn with food stamps. So
you're under fucking attack. You hear battle on the very big bridge over the phone.
a nice zoom out on the eye. Oh, am I getting ready to do Hawk Manor? I think Hawk Manor's next. Imagine paying for a porn. People with Twitter be like,
God, the amount of fucking NSFW accounts that I follow on my alt that now are paying for Twitter Blue so they can get their shit pushed up the algorithm.
yeah, I think that's kind of the sad thing about it. Is like I don't necessarily blame them for doing that because they don't want to get their shit buried.
Yeah.
Cack, I could say, well, no, it's K-A-K. I would just say that. It's like cack, and it sounds like I'm just saying cock with a Boston accent. I get requests to do a lot of games on the channel. We have a bot command specifically for it. Like, we review such and such. The answer is always, yeah, the answer is always eventually. Because I'm not stopping the YouTube gig until I either die or it stops paying me. But, still. I plan on doing it for a very long time. So it's only a matter of time. Porn parodies are probably going to be Patreon exclusive, though, because that shit will get age restricted fast, and I'm not making any money off of that on YouTube. I'm glad I haven't had a video be age restricted yet, but I also feel that's just a matter of fucking time.
Have you not?
No, I never got a video age restricted. The only sort of snafu I ever ran into a video without like dealing with it, like while the video's processing, was Ocarina of Time. I don't make money off the Ocarina of Time video because it got claimed by Nintendo.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, but that happened like a year, maybe 2 years ago. You know when it happened? It happened around the same time that Nintendo partner program reared its ugly head.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
so much.
But only Ocarina of Time got hit. Every other video, my thing is absolutely fine. But nothing's ever gotten age restricted. Weren't the Sonic animations hit for kids bullshit earlier? Yeah. Okay, yes, I guess in a way that it means, I guess that's the inverse of age restricting. Well, yeah, because normally when you think of age restricting, you think of like 18 plus. But if it's locked for kids, it's kind of the other way around. Yeah, but either way, I'm not making money off of those videos anymore either.
Yeah. And
Which,
they
I mean,
don't you dare make a Mega Man 2 video.
To be fair, like those videos wouldn't be making me much money anyway because those things are only like a minute, 2 minutes long. And YouTube is all about minutes watched nowadays, and not clicks. So. So if you're ever wondering, is like, why John doesn't make that many cartoons anymore? I wonder why. I was like, that's exactly why.
But John, what's your click-through rate?
Hold on. 2. You know, if this was YouTube from fucking like 15 years ago, not 15. YouTube was the thing 15 years ago. I think, yeah, it was 2007. Yeah. If this was YouTube from around that era, I'd still be making cartoons because people love the cartoons. People always click on the cartoons. Fuck, I remember, like, the funniest fucking shit to me is, like, I can make a Sonic and Knuckles video, right? SGB review, and I make a gag about the hypersonic bit. Someone takes that bit from the hypersonic gag, uploads it in a separate channel, and it had, like, double, triple, fucking quadruple the views of the original videos. And, yeah, that angered me because that's money I ain't get. But the numbers don't lie, man. Like, folks love moving pictures, and at least back in the day, I get a lot of money for that just because of the sheer number of clicks. But that is not the way it works anymore. I know, like, I'm not gonna lie. When I said the numbers don't lie, the fucking Scott Steiner promo did run through my head for a bit. But then I think, wait, the numbers don't lie is a fucking generic sentence. But it's because it's also like because everyone's brains are wired the same way. Where if we hear a certain phrase or a certain string of words that remind them of a funny thing, they will immediately just gravitate towards it.
But at the same time, whenever you said the numbers don't lie, I almost thought you were going to be like, the numbers don't lie. Death penalty.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say, and they spelled disaster for you. At sacrifice. It's like the only way I could make animation a livable, viable means of like earning money and shit is like if I would be like animating like 19, 22 minute shorts. At that point, I might as well be working for a fucking studio.
That or become Jade Animation.
What?
Jan?
What,
the YouTuber, Jade Animation.
Oh no, I'm drawing a blank. Or at least
they do like I mean they do, you know, like reviews,
right,
Nuzlocke shit, just a lot of stuff. Oh, and they will, you know, they'll storyboard it. They storyboard art it.
There's nothing I would like more to make another fucking cartoon, but it's like I gotta make sure that I don't burn a hole in my wallet doing it.
Right.
Like burning a hole in my wallet by means of not getting money, period. Because I do love animating, but I also gotta pay the bills too.
And animation takes time.
Same thing, it takes a lot of time. For me specifically, I know everyone's got their own means of animating shit like that, and that's good, but it's like I think about like the most recent example I could think of is the Tails animation that I made for the Sonic the Tails Sky Patrol Tails Adventure video. I think that was 2017 or 2018 when I listened. No, I think it was 2017. That cartoon was only fucking 40 seconds long, I think. And that shit took me 3 weeks. And that was 3 weeks of just being nothing but dedicated to it outside of, you know, having downtime and shit like that.
Can't do that now. Yeah. Sponsor spots.
Cartoons take time. Yeah, deadlines, sponsor spots, that sort of thing. It's like, to be fair, that's the argument of like why you would get a Patreon, so that you don't have to worry about meeting at least all these fucking sponsor deadlines and that sort of shit.
Yeah.
But man, it's like I know, like I don't get me wrong, like I see the requests, like I know you guys wonder like when the fuck's like the next cartoon or some other shit, because a lot of you guys, well, probably not you guys, but a lot of folks did find that channel because of those cartoons, and I can't imagine like the whiplash. Like they see this one cartoon from this one dude, and they look at the rest of their channels like this guy does nothing like this. I was thinking I felt like a dedicated animator, but like no, he just reviews games.
I signed up for your OnlyFans for this sexy flexible shit, and now you're doing food reviews and teaching me coding. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, Patreon has its own issues to a degree, though. I don't think there's one crowdfunded, or at least not crowdfunded, that's not the right word to use, but like content creator funded site that doesn't have its issues.
Fansly?
Fansly? What's Fansly?
Not OnlyFans.
Not OnlyFans?
Yeah,
What else?
pretty much it.
No, but you said not OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's not
what
OnlyFans.
Not OnlyFans, but what else?
It's OnlyFans, but not.
No, you said not OnlyFans. Well, what else is there if not OnlyFans? You're confusing me.
But whenever OnlyFans was dying,
Yeah.
people were jumping ship to Fansly. And then Fansly's like, yeah, it's cool to see you guys come over here. We kind of wish it was under better circumstances, though. Of like, we kind of wish that you had a genuine want to come over here, not you feel like you're forced to.
Now people have two sites of the same damn porn.
No, literally, people will. There are still content creators that will make both, where they have a OnlyFans and a Fansly, and run both at the same time.
Man, that's weird. No, then again, people are making Hive accounts outside of Twitter. Although Hive just seemed to, the Hive Discord seemed to have died really fucking fast, which is not. It's not surprising.
Yeah. I don't blame them to an extent, just on like a development side.
Yeah.
Just because with OnlyFans, it has the bigger user base.
Sure.
But the site fucking sucks.
Yeah. I think that's
horrible.
That's kind of the issue I've been having. Like, it's not but kind of a similar conversation, but again, I bring up Hive. Like, I made that account last week, and I haven't really touched it because it's so fucking slow on my phone.
Yeah.
Like, I absolutely hate how slow it is on the phone. It's like, I'm not using this until it gets majorly updated, and even then, will I even remember it exists when that happens?
Exactly. The
Funnily
porn
enough,
site banning porn was hilarious.
Sometimes one tier on Fansly will be a better price for the base subscriptions of OnlyFans. Yeah. Oh, well, you're never seeing me strip.
I
For
think
free.
the payout's better on Fansly than OnlyFans, and that's why they do it. And I think they're just trying to incentivize people to use Fansly instead.
Yeah.
Just because, again, like, many times OnlyFans will have outages, or sometimes the messages won't show up, or sometimes they'll push out content and it just doesn't.
Work. No.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
Maybe I'm just cynical, but I feel like these Twitter alternatives are just going to die once people realize there's very little that's changed the other. I mean, I think a lot of people already assumed that, Dylan. I wouldn't say it's just being cynical, it's being realistic.
Yeah.
Because I myself, when I made that account, I was like, well, first off, I only made the account as a backup. It's not going to be my major platform for social media until I know Twitter bites the bullet and it just fucking sinks.
Well, you gonna say the other reason why you got it?
Oh, but you mean besides claiming my name?
You fucking moron.
Yeah. But wait, hold on. Moron in what way? What are you talking about?
Claiming your name?
Claiming my... Well, no, because I didn't know that there was no fucking cap on it.
I find it so funny.
Yeah.
All the people that went over to claim their names, and then it comes out, oh, by the way, you can make another account that has the exact same display name and handle.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. There's no unique handles.
Because the fucking site's only run by 2 people, right? Or 3, I think, at this
Yeah.
point. And it's like,
I think it's 3 at this point.
this app has a long fucking way to go, but I gotta tell you, like, the first impressions of it was like, I mean, it's definitely Twitter.
Instagram.
Twitter and Instagram ask, and that's cool, but it also runs like fucking shit. And it's like, there are things I want to tweet, and that thing is stuck on the buffer thing for like a minute. I was like, this is too slow. I can't use this. And at some point, I hope it does fix itself, because I would like to have an alternative social media in case one dies down. But at the same time, I'm also not leaving Twitter, because that's my base for social media. You know, that's where I promote everything. It's where I learn everything from everyone else that still uses it, and turns out it's still a lot of people. So it just would not be the smart thing to do to just outright abandon Twitter unless it becomes like another like Truth Social 2.0, which you know might very well be a possibility. Could be very well be a possibility, right? Yeah. But it hasn't happened yet, so let's wait and see what happens.
Creators on both Fansly and OnlyFans get 80% of the money they make. The fact that you knew that off the top of your head.
I am going to queue up for Hawk Manor. It's probably going to be the last thing I do. As a DPS, this queue might be a little slow, though. So let's see what happens. Unless I get some volunteers to help me with this while I'm waiting. But I'm not counting on that because it's 3:30 in the morning. So I keep hearing Fansley, and I keep thinking about Mansley from Iron Giant. And now all I can hear is, where's the giant Fansley? You're looking for a specific porn. You're looking for a specific porn. You mean we're all going to FAP, Fansley, for our country?
Oh my god. That reminds me. Let me see if I can. I used to have this on the soundboard and shit.
Hold your fire! The baby's been born? It's a trick! Reveal the gender! Are you mad, Mansley? Everybody stand down! Reveal the baby mama. Baby mama, do you copy? This is baby mama standing by. Reveal the gender now!
Oh my god. What's the gender, Fansley?
I love that you say that though, because like
that gender reveal rocket is locked to the baby's current position. What's the gender, Mansley?
It's a boy?
I totally fucking called that. I never saw the video. I totally called it. Dylan, now don't hate me for this, but I'm gonna hate you. But I signed up for Truth to see what was going on. It's just right-wing Twitter now, so unbelievably not shocked. I mean, Dylan, at that point, all I can say, if it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck. That sort of thing. It's like everybody knows what that site's all about. It was like, to me, there's no point in wasting energy making an account to like find out shit you already know. Like unless you're a journalist, that sort of thing. It's like then there's reasoning behind it. But if you're just like regular everyday someone like me, it's like I don't want to fucking waste my time reading shit that I know is gonna depress me.
right, there's a half regular Twitter.
Well, it looks like a duck quacks like a duck. Never heard of that before. Yeah, no. It's I think the point is like he's like some things are just a given. So and it's like you don't waste too much. It's easy to go off of what you think might be something because there are so many things that link to it.
Yeah. So John, when are you gonna start selling more merch?
What? Oh, you mean like the Pixel Empire sort of shit?
That and maybe other stuff.
Maybe. I don't know. Fizzy games. Right. Sorry, I was distracted by the raid message and the actual raid that's happening. Fizzy Games, thank you very much for the raid party. Was it 67? Much appreciated. Hey guys, I'm Some Call Me Johnny. I review games for a living on YouTube, and I very part-time stream on Twitch. And a number of things. It'll be 14, starting a Shadow the Hedgehog playthrough in the next weekend. And I'm going back to Kingdom Hearts 2 Level 1 Critical Mode shenanigans next Sunday as well. But thank you very much, Fizzy. I do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed whatever it was you're doing. Downloading porn from a 56K modem.
Yeah, just remember whenever it comes down to these streams for you first time guys that
Yeah.
Warning, the following video was rated M for if you're young, you shouldn't watch this, so viewer discretion is advised. But
Alex, thank you very much. Oh yeah, I love your videos. Well, thank you very much, Fizzy. I much appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed whatever it was you were doing. You want me to hop on and tank? It looks like we already got a tank in queue, Linky. We're just waiting on a healer.
I need a healer.
Because if you see right here, in the user interface, this goes for those that don't play this game. So on the right, I have a list of things here. It's called the Duty Finder. And just, this is where all your quests are named off too. Underneath the Duty Finder, you see Hawk Manor. That's the dungeon that I'm queuing up for. And you see Forming Party. You see a 1 next to the tank symbol, a 0 next to the healer, and 2 next to the DPS. That means we have 2 DPS and a tank currently queued for this dungeon. We're just waiting on a healer. A healer has not queued up for the dungeon specifically. But what's likely going to happen is they're going to pull someone from the leveling roulette. Trusting me to heal is like a death call. Healing at Hawk Manor this early is not. It's pretty brain dead. I would think so. Doing some PAS prog for some friends. Couldn't quite get the clear, but close as heck. Hey, that's cool. I normally do the Savage stuff with my raid group every week, but since I was out of town for the holidays, I had to pug all of it today, and most of it was okay. I got the party killed though for a P7S run. It was going to be a one shot, but then I fucked up War's Harvest because they want to do these fucking ancient strats, and I got everybody killed. But P8S re-clear, I'm probably not going to do till tomorrow. Because I've only cleared that fight once, and I have not gotten my mount or my chess piece yet. And I want both.
No, Twitter, you can't do that.
Do what?
You can't do that.
You can't tell Twitter not to do it and something not to do it. They're going to do it.
Showing me an image and then refreshing.
No! Fucking that Spider-Man clip where the Mary Jane just dissolves is so fucking relatable. Hey, there we go.
All I saw was like a Snoop Dogg is Yoda, and it disappears.
So you have to wonder, it wasn't even real, Jason?
Did I hallucinate that? Or?
Yeah, but for those that are just tuning in, I'm starting a new Final Fantasy XIV story with a new character, and I'm just running through all the expansions all willy-nilly whenever I feel like playing this game on my alt. Because most of the time I am just playing the game on my main character, Jeanne. That's the girl that's the girl icon we have for the victory emote. That one. And we also have this one. I think that's one, right? Yeah, there we go. Mr. Plow. I know that. I know that tank. I don't know the Lalafell though. Fa la la la. But 'tis this season, everybody. I think that's also a Lalafellian appropriate name too.
Man, what the shit? So I found the tweet. It was tweeted by Snoop Dogg himself.
Okay.
I scroll down a little bit further. I find the image again in Weird Doll Age Generations.
Oh. Wait. Oh, it was a Dolly generated image?
Yeah.
That he just retweeted or made himself? Probably
Yeah,
retweeted.
that no, he didn't retweet. He saved the image and
himself.
then tweeted it again.
No, that tweet didn't do numbers. I gotta post it again. No, this is totally my first time posting this, guys. Oh, wait, I have Armor the Destroyer. What the fuck am I doing? I have Ares.
I get so tired of that shit where celebrities will be like, hit tweet. I'm going to take that. This is my hit tweet now. Yeah. You made this? I made this.
I made this. I've been contemplating trying to get into Final Fantasy XIV for over a year and a half now. Would you recommend it to someone who's never played an MMO in his life? Yes, look at me! I never played an MMO before this game. I've never considered playing an MMO before this game. Because look at all the fucking shit on the screen. You got the thing on the top left there, the buttons on the right, the map on the right, top right, my fucking hot bars. The shit looks visually confusing, and it does. It can be visually intimidating, but it's like riding a bike, and it doesn't take very long to ride this bike. And there's a free trial. Fizzy, thank you very much for the raid. Much appreciate it. You enjoy the rest of your night, and good luck with the rest of your raid shit, whatever you decide to do. Have a good night.
Yeah, but I'll give Snoop a pass. No.
I'll be the judge of that. And I say no,
Death penalty.
Your Honor. But yeah, if you want a really good beginner friendly, easy to slip into MMO, I'd recommend 14. I'm not being paid to say that yet. I'm just a fan.
I love that we have the reverse verbal tick.
Whoa, what's up?
When you go back onto a topic, you'll say "but yeah," and I'll say "but no."
Yeah. Well, one's telling the truth, one's always lying. So it's up for the audience to solve this riddle. Yeah, that's what I call my. I mean, what would you call that? A reset point for a sentence, or is there a technical name for that?
I mean, to see what the video game term is for it now, since we get it solved.
Because like when I'm going back into talking about something that I was discussing earlier, I will like lead off that sentence with "but yeah," I just do.
Yeah.
You know.
And I'll lead off with "but no." God, you need to play Uncharted. Well, yeah, you need to play Uncharted 4, like more than just the intro.
It'll be interesting to see John do New Cape Westwind, Prey, and Castrum. Well, I've already done New Prey and Castrum because you can just get those for roulettes. New Cape Westwind, though, I have not done. And we're going to be... I haven't done the New Cape Westwind, and I haven't done the new end of a Realm Reborn either. So we're going to be catching those for the first time on these streams, but that's not going to be for a bit, though, so don't get too excited.
John's an optimist, Jason's a pessimist. I'm a realist.
Yeah, you're a realist. I think there's a difference. Being pessimist means you're overly negative. And honestly, if anybody was overly pessimistic in my Discord, they wouldn't be in my Discord in the first place. That said, it's been a while since I cleaned up that list. No, because
the realist side of me was going to say, but.
Yeah, I was going to say, but yeah. Anyway, to go back to the sentence and Nancy was talking about. No, man, I hate. Listen, I understand when things got you down and it's just the way you can express yourself, man. But I can't fuck with people that are just negative all the fucking time, man. It's draining.
That's what works like. Like, man, the summer of 2021.
Yeah.
Was so fucking bad. Because it was absolutely depressing. People were, you know, running out their small little $2,000 that they got from the government. It, you know, just elderly folks unfortunately passing and shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had like I think 2 wellness checks that we had to do.
Yeah.
Within a 30-day period. Where like the customer's just threatening to commit suicide on the phone. And I'm like, I don't get paid enough for this, man. I'm just the cable guy, man.
I mean, what if you encounter an individual like that with your line of work, do you have a responsibility to lead this person to like a hotline or some other shit?
We do a wellness check. So what I will do is I'll pass the info off to a supervisor or like someone above me and shit, and then they will do a you know, a ring to law enforcement. I have to keep the person on the phone engaged on the phone until law enforcement shows up, and then I release the call.
Okay.
But still, it's absolutely shitty whenever that happens. Can we please go back to talking about your bill?
Yeah, it's like, anyway, the porn charges, right?
Right?
That makes me happy. You like being happy? I like being happy.
Jason, the cable therapist.
Like, I understand that sometimes life hands you a bunch of fucking rotten lemons and you can't even fucking make lemonade out of it. I get it.
Yeah.
But in my eyes, being negative ain't a fucking character trait.
No.
They ain't something that makes you interesting just by proxy of you being this in the first place. Because the only thing that you're doing to me is you making me fucking exhausted. And again, I don't want to. I have to stress there are things to be angry about in this world. It could be in this world. It could be in your personal life. It could be circumstances around your life. I understand that. But that is not an excuse for you to be an overly negative dickhead to people who don't deserve it. Especially your friends who are just doing stuff to look out for you. And I had a bunch of people like that growing up, and I was like, man, I'm so fucking glad I don't talk to this person anymore. Like, what a fucking waste of time.
Think to myself, bottle up, bottle up.
Just tug the collar of it. It's like, there's so much I want to say to you right now. But out of respect of my other friend, I'm not going to.
You know, I could totally trauma dump to you right now, but
well, I mean, don't. I'd rather you not, because I'm always going to tell you or any. I mean, you can trauma dump to me outside of the stream. That's fine, because I know who you are. You're a friend. But anybody here listening to that sort of thing, like, you don't trauma dump on me because I ain't a fucking therapist. Like, I acknowledge your pain. And I know everybody hurts in different ways, but at the same time, it's just irresponsible to trauma dump on a complete fucking stranger, and it'd be irresponsible for me to try and like give you advice on shit that I'm not qualified to speak about.
Yeah. Only thing I can give you advice on is you should probably get rid of that protection plan. You haven't used it in like 3 years, bud.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm sorry.
Sorry about your loss, I guess.
Anyway, bills due. I know we talked about things for a while, but we also didn't discuss the reason why you called in the first place. Your bill's overdue.
Yeah, it's like 60 days past due. So if you want to turn back on, you need to pay.
Did they change the lighting for Hawk Manor? Oh, hello. You're new. Wait, I don't think I've ever done the revamp for this.
Oh,
yeah. They changed the boss in this.
sorry, this is Wendy's.
Yeah, so originally in this boss fight in the original Realm Reborn, there were these lamps that he had to put out that would they would pulse AoE energy, doing damage to the entire party, and then you also have to deal with the ads too. But now the ads spawn very slowly, one at a time. The eye was just fucking untargetable. You couldn't even attack them, and there are no lamps, so it's just now you're just focusing on the boss. Huh. Oh, fuck.
No regulars.
Well, I think I was able to look away. No, that's kind of bad. It's not like trash pool.
Hey, chat, weird question. What's a good company that's not Anchor or Ugreen for, like, wall adapters?
This trauma dump was brought to you by Surfshark VPN. Being negative sucks. You know what also sucks? Fucking malware. Getting spied on. Not being able to watch Fresh Prince in the United States on Netflix. What was this? Alaha bread again. I told you to stop following me. Oh no, you guys are just nobodies. I can tell because you have the black masks on. Organization 13. It might as well be fucking Organization 13. Ascian of the 12th Staff. Of the 12th Sword? These things are never fucking brought up again after Realm Reborn, I think. Because they didn't have the end. They didn't have an end goal with the Ascians at the time of writing these characters, and they are kind of just going to dramatically shift in importance and goal as we play the expansions.
Also, Surging Dragon asking what's wrong with Anchor. The issue with Anchor, at least for me personally with them right now, is that they own UEFI, the camera company, like security cameras, doorbell cameras, things like that. And it turns out that their cameras that they advertise, as not connecting into any cloud servers and everything being local, that's a full fucking lie. They actually take your feed, put it to cloud servers, and then it's unencrypted entirely, so anyone with that address can access it. And yeah, that's a pretty big issue for a security camera company. And someone confronted the company about it, and the company's statement was, "Oh shit, my B, you weren't supposed to see that. We're gonna patch out your ability to see that we're actually publicly listing these."
Oh my god.
Not, oh, sorry, these are supposed to be, cloud, local only, instead of on the cloud. Oh, and they also run facial tracking through it.
Oh Christ.
So yeah, there's I know a couple YouTubers that are going to start pulling Anchor from their sponsor spots.
Modern problems require old solutions. Yeah, I'm gonna be calling it myself too, part-time. But yeah, thank you for watching the stream. I appreciate it. Man, I just want a fucking charging brick. Save? Wait a minute. There's another Lalafell here now. Before there was just her, and now there's another.
They're multiplying.
They're multiplying. Dedes. The gerbils are reproducing.
Why are they enlisting children into the military? Established titles.
Oh yeah, can we talk about that? Like, what's the deal with them? Because I saw a few YouTubers sponsor established titles. Like, so that's why, to my understanding, I've only I don't have the same media diet as you or others. So, in my thing, it's just two. But from the gist of it, because if I'm not skipping over them, you get a title so that you can be like Lord Jason or some other shit.
Yeah, but Lord or Lady.
People were saying that it's a scam. So what's the deal behind that, if you know?
So supposedly it's based off an old Irish tradition where you buy a plot of land and you get the title of Lord or Lady or whatever.
Right.
And they state that the Scottish tradition, shut up. The Scottish law that doesn't even exist in the first place. That makes it even better. But they give you like a square foot plot of land and supposedly plant a tree on it. And then you get to, claim yourself as a Lord or Lady.
Right. So people are literally just doing it because they want to be called Lord or Lady, not because the green effect, basically.
Yeah. But you don't actually get called that or anything. Okay. And there's no proof that they actually own any land or put down any trees.
Yeah.
So right now it's essentially the equivalent of spending $50 to buy a star and name it.
Oh man.
I thought we were beyond these times.
You might as well just buy a fucking NFT.
Yeah.
Like at that point. So no proof. There's no evidence of them actually planting the tree. The title doesn't mean anything. And yeah, just you might as well just buy a fucking NFT at that point. Or you can say $50, yeah. You could just not spend the money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's a couple different companies that do shit like that. Like established titles and like Scotland titles and I think layered title is another one.
Did I get done? Did I get an established title doing that? No, I did not. Okay. Lord. Lord. Oh, can I be Lord fuck ass? Oh god. Okay, no, I did not. Oh, I'm thinking about it. Let's see this card list. Look at all these
Oh,
question
here's
marks.
the reason why I was thinking it was Ireland. There's a company called Highland Titles that has set up the same scheme in Ireland.
Wait, one more time? Repeat that? Sorry, I was in the middle of a yawn.
There's a company called Highland Titles that does that shit in Ireland too.
Yeah. But are they legit, or is it just as bad as established titles?
Just as bad.
Just as bad, okay, never mind. Lilac saying, the worst one is BetterHelp. A lot of YouTubers were sponsored by them, but it came out that not only did they lie about licensed therapists, but they aren't real therapists. They aren't being bound by HIPAA, so they have been caught selling your information problems to push advertising. That's scummy as shit. That is fucking scummy as shit. But they aren't real therapists. Like, so what? They just put a fucking name tag on their thing as like, I am an actual therapist, and people bought it. Like, is that all it
Pretty
takes?
much.
Do people not do background checks anymore?
It's getting pretty bad with sponsor spots. People are just doing whatever they can for money instead of actually looking into these companies that they're getting sponsored from.
That's the thing about because I think like no matter what you do as a content creator or some other shit, no matter how much research and due diligence you practice to get the most out of your sponsorships, there's always going to be that one or two thing that you overlook when it comes to sponsorship. But for some, that's all it takes to just unravel the whole fucking thing. It's like you're a piece of shit for sponsoring these things in the first place. And that's why I'm really picky with what I decide to sponsor. Like every once in a while, I'll get a sponsor opportunity from something out of the ordinary. Like I did a bespoke post thing a couple of months ago. I still have that bag actually in my closet. But most of the time, it's just Raycon and Surfshark. And like VPNs in itself, I know are kind of hit and miss because of the whole, because a selling point that me and a lot of other YouTubers you'll see guaranteed, they always push about the fact that you can use it to watch shit from overseas and shit. But I've had instances where the VPN, Surfshark or otherwise, won't do what it's told.
Yeah. And where the service providers using VPN blocking services.
Yeah, exactly. Because shit like that will eventually get introduced, and VPN services, I'd imagine, have to adapt past that to make that a selling point.
Yeah.
For their VPN. But the problem is, though, is that if an audience or someone catches wind of that, that's it. Like, fuck this guy for pushing this thing that doesn't work, or at least doesn't work and no longer as intended. It's like, that's, I feel, a very fickle viewpoint to have. Yeah. Because when I was promoting this shit, it was working and that sort of thing. And I wouldn't be promoting in the first place if it wasn't working. The one time I did experience that and immediately dropped it. So I think it was like 2 years ago. I did maybe, I think, 1 or 2 ExpressVPN ads.
Yeah,
and
I remember those.
And this was before they got called out for that, because ExpressVPN, they did something out behind the scenes, I think, too. I think it has something to do with data.
They were still selling data, I think.
Yeah, I think they're still selling data. I dropped them before that even came to pass, because one of the features that, again, to go back to what I was talking about, like watching shows overseas, I legit used ExpressVPN for that, and then suddenly it stopped working. And it not only stopped working, but it stopped working for an extended period of time, because I figured I'd give them the benefit.
Yeah, it was slow as fuck.
Yeah, it was also pretty slow. I became disinterested in them, basically, another thing, but I dropped them because I'm not going to be, I don't feel comfortable promoting something that I myself do not have trust in. The reason why
I got them.
The reason why I do Surfshark is because I promote them in confidence. The reason why I still do Raycons, even though that's another one that people have tried to give me shit for. The reason why I still promote Raycons is because I do legit use the ones I have.
Yeah.
Like for working out and shit like that, and I think they're a good product. You know, and they are legit a cheap option compared to everything else. Like I have a pair of for comparison's sake, I have a pair of Beats headphones. I think it's somewhere around here. Yeah, they're right there. I love those headphones. Those Beats headphones. The noise cancellation is fantastic. I'm not sponsored by Beats. Not yet. Anyway, hit me up. That shit, those pair of headphones are $175 fucking dollars. And like you get your money's worth, sure. And I'm pretty sure, I hope, though, God, those headphones last as long as they fucking do. But you can't sell a pair of headphones like that just all willy-nilly. It's like, yeah, it's like, oh, it's awesome as headphones. It's $175 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you do? It's like, do you try and sell that, or do you try to sell a cheaper alternative option that, in my opinion, sounds really good for different reasons? And I think the answer is obvious.
Just put my situation in comparison. The Sony WF-1000 XM4. Horrible name, by the way. I had those earbuds for less than a year, and they already went from 6 hours of battery life to I get 2 hours of battery life on the right and 30 minutes on the left.
Jesus Christ.
These earbuds are $350.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Damn.
Less than a year.
You must have got like the last one on the assembly line, dude. We ran a copper wire. That shit runs off string.
It's just hard to find headphones that are good at a reasonable price, and I think Raycons is kind of the closest you can get outside of like finding AirPods for cheap if you got an iPhone.
And again, it's like, I'm not saying they're fucking perfect, but it's like I do find them a legit good alternative. And I wouldn't be promoting it unless I didn't think that. Because if a shit, because I'm personally, look, because listen, I'm speaking as someone who, even in the tail end of 2022, since the first time he started doing sponsored content, like a couple of years ago, I still went to doing sponsored shit. It's like there was a time in my life when I was making YouTube videos where I didn't have to worry about this shit. Because this was pre-Kappa, this was pre the Adpocalypse, because of the PewDiePie shit. This was all that sort of thing. Back then, it was just, I make videos and I make a paycheck. But now it's not that anymore. Now it's like everyone's got to have sponsorships. Everyone's got to have a Patreon. Everyone's got to have a merch store. All that sort of shit. Don't get me wrong. This shit's been this way for a long time. And a part of it is just me just taking the longest time to adapt because he's old. Or he doesn't want to adjust with the times. But at the same time, like, I do what I gotta do to pay my bills and to make sure that I can keep a roof over my head and take care of people that matter to me. But even still, like, I wish I didn't have to rely on sponsors just to make ends meet and still live comfortably.
Yeah. You're just not having to rely on an outside source outside of just YouTube Premium and AdSense.
Although, man, I can't, like, if I can mind wash everybody,
get YouTube Premium.
I could get YouTube Premium, get YouTube Premium, because YouTube Premium cuts are not insignificant.
It's a huge number.
Yeah, it's a huge factor in my paycheck, And if I can fucking do a YouTube Premium sponsorship, I do that in a heartbeat. I do that with smiles. I make it 3 minutes long. So, but if you think you're hitting the skip button enough times because you're used to my sponsors being like only a minute long, I'll fucking ambush you with a 3 minute long YouTube Premium, just gushing about how much I love YouTube Premium. Because to me, it's not just a matter of like having no ads, but it's the background listening,
background play.
Yeah, the background play especially is what wins me over. Because I was spending the night over at Elliot's place before I left Philly yesterday to come back home, and we watched Survivor Series on Peacock. And then after that, he just loaded up some random YouTube videos, but he was using another account that didn't have premium on it. And man, it's been so long since I watched YouTube without premium that I didn't realize how fucking obnoxious ads are now. Like 5 ads? What? Yeah. There are so many ads that play back to back in infrequent intervals because I'm assuming these folks don't fucking check when their ads are placed and just let YouTube do it automatically, which you should never let them do.
You really shouldn't, honestly.
But it was fucking insufferable. And it's like, get a fucking premium subscription. Just get rid of the fucking ads, man. There is a streamer / YouTuber I spoke to who refuses to accept Raid Shadow Legends sponsors, and she used to work for the company, so it's one of the worst experiences she ever had in a company. I mean, I'd imagine like working for the company in itself is more than enough reason. I just won't do it out of principle. No, because like I've only done sponsored, like dedicated sponsored content for different games a couple of times. And I think I can only count one of them off the top of my head that I legit played and still love playing to this day. You're actually looking at it right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't you do a sponsorship for 14? That's like 2 hours.
Right. But I've done a few sponsored videos in my, like dedicated sponsored videos for different games like in my career. And it's rare that I actually go back and play those games if I'm even interested in the first place. Most of the time, I'm not. And I try not to make those kind of videos anymore. The last one I did was Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Now that was a game that, to be fair, I was interested in because it looked like a genuinely decent Smash Brothers clone with Nickelodeon characters. And for the most part, I understand the game is still like functionally it's just fine. But most of the time, it's not of that case. It is just I will look at this game for a paycheck and tell people to play it if I think it's enjoyable, and while remaining under guidelines about you can't talk about this, can't talk about this. Like I fucking hate doing those videos. Like I used to do those videos like years ago because I didn't know and I wanted the experience of it. But it's also like, man, I'm never fucking doing this shit again because I hate when I can't talk about shit.
Yeah. But I guess kind of as an alternate question before we wrap it up here, I know that you do Surfshark. Have you, oddly enough, ever been approached by NordVPN?
Yeah.
That's so random.
Yeah. I can tell you right now. Actually, hold on. I'm going to load up my business email. I'm not going to show that on screen, obviously.
Why would they reach out to you, though?
I'm going to load up my business email, and I'm going to count the sponsorship ads that I get every once in a while. Just there's a Raid Shadow Legends right there, right in my fucking face. I'm not kidding.
But you know why I'm asking, right?
For Nord? No. Why? What did Nord do?
Nord owns Surfshark.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you already have this dude doing a VPN sponsorship for your VPN service. Oh. You don't need to go and be like, he should do the other one now.
Yeah. I've gotten requests for Raid Shadow Legends. There is one here for Displate. I got a couple of those over the course of a couple of months. There's another Displate right there. A couple of keys for games I've never heard of, which I never accept because I don't like keys. I don't take keys.
Especially not now after. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't take Steam keys. For anything. If I'm interested in a game, I will buy it. Because I like to support devs with my own money. Unless the game is a piece of shit, then I'll say just avoid the game.
Shark Ash thing after what? I mean, it wasn't just John, but the whole Luluboo scenario.
Oh my god. Holy fucking
with all
shit.
The keys that they had their hands on, like, holy shit.
That is a whole fucking story. Oh my god. And I don't even know all the fucking details myself because that, like, I'm at the end.
It was a lot.
Just person that just interacted with this person, but man, like afterwards, I felt so fucking dirty and used. That's why I took those videos down. Like that was a big part of why I took those videos down because like I was so and I know like in some part that's confusing because that's not necessarily the dev's fault. You know, it's not like this person made going under or what the fuck was the other one? Backbone, I think was the no. Well, that game just sucks. So. I fucking hated that game. Talk about a game that starts promising and just fucking falls to shit. But yeah, the person that gave me the keys for those ended up being not who they said they were, and they had a pretty fucking I don't even know how to fucking describe it, man.
Like catfishing,
like history
Being
of
manipulative.
catfishing, manipulative, impersonation.
You getting keys and saying that they're going to do reviews while also not working in the journalist company anymore, but still having access to the email for the company so they can request keys.
And this dude was everywhere. Like they had hands in everything just by masquerading as this avatar or some other shit.
Yeah.
So that's frightening.
Mm-hmm. Like, what if we get another Elon Musk that's a VTuber and they've been catfishing the whole time?
Oh, no. Takes over Hive. Bans all jokes. But, yeah, that was an experience and a half. I hope I never have to deal with something like that again. I just felt disgusted and used. Because I did, because I did have conversations with this person behind the scenes, and little did I know it was just a means of buttering me up so they can take advantage of me. And I was like, man, fuck that, like fuck that, and fuck you. So
yeah, that's situation.
Yeah, that's partially why I don't do Steam keys anymore. I'll gladly pay for a game. If I'm
or I'll buy it for you.
Or yeah, but oh no, well I try to keep it to myself so that you can't fucking surprise Steam key jump scare for me. That shit scares the fucking shit out of me too, by the record, because my shit's set on invisible, or at least offline. So when I'm seeing another third window pop up on Steam for whatever fucking reason, I'm thinking I've been compromised. No, it's just a Steam gift from Jason. It's like, I appreciate it, thank you, but it's also like, stop that, please. That's why I keep to myself. I'm not gonna tell you what games I'm interested in. That's why I don't have a wish list. Like, I'll buy my own games.
My wish list is so fucking useless because I never even buy anything off of it.
I mean, if I see something on the wish list from a friend of mine, like an actual friend, then I'll go out my way and buy it if it's like $5 or some other shit.
John, Cave Story Plus has been on my wish list since June 5th of 2016.
Okay, yeah, but that's by Nicholas, though. Can't you just play the original?
I only have 10 games on my Steam wish list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I still haven't been one to like buy games in bulk during Steam sales or anything.
Yeah.
Just because I think to myself, yeah, but what's the likelihood of me playing it within the next 6 months? Because in 6 months, it'll go on sale for even less during the either summer or winter sale. So, why buy it now for $20 if I can buy it 6 months later for 15, or 6 months after that for 10, or just keeps going lower and lower. Hello, Johnny. Are you planning on reviewing Strangers of Paradise in the future? Eventually.
Nightbot. Yeah, I get questions to ask about reviewing games here like all the damn time, Milton. So we have a dedicated command for Nightbot to say that I'll look at it eventually because I get requested to do everything. Will I review everything eventually? No, not true, because I'll never look at League of Legends or Raid Shadow Legend or such and such and such and such and such and such. It depends on just what kind of game it is.
I barely use Steam because my laptop is not that good at running video games. You know what? As kind of Linux jank as it can be at times,
yeah,
get yourself a Steam Deck.
Good?
It's honestly worth it instead of paying, $600 for a PC, because you're gonna get roughly the same performance for that price.
What the fuck? Hold on. What happened to my character? What is going on? My character's arms. 1 second. See if I can find better lighting. All right, so look at my character's arms, right? So my character, like when you leave your character idle, they will go into a pose. My pose that I chose is like the arms behind the head, shonen anime type thing. But check out like the polygon pinching on his armpits when this happens. Ew. Hold on.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me sit to reset.
I guess it's kind of like
hold on. Let's go idle so I can G pose. Okay. Oh shit! Can't fucking spell G pose. Oh no, I still got the wings. Shit. Yeah, hold on, dude. Look at my fucking look at the joint, my shoulder joint or the lack thereof. Why does my upper arm just pinch like that? Ew, that's so gross.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I think they
it like raises up.
It raises no, because like to me, so you know, the closest comparison I can make is like the exaggerated animations of Smash Brothers, right? Or like how you do like one of Zero Suit Samus's kicks that fucking contorts her body 180 degrees backwards.
Yeah,
but that's just to demonstrate like the squash and stretch. I think what's happening here is that the mesh of my character's upper arm is being twisted because of this because of the squash and stretch, and it didn't reset. So it looks like I just lost 30 pounds on my arm. Yeah, because my arms look fine. Okay, well, that's what we're gonna call a wrap for this one. We did a couple of things today. We're getting close, if not already at the point where we're getting to the lull to get the Titan, which has always been an infamous part of Realm Reborn because of just how fucking long it takes to get there. Thankfully, they did trim this down in the revamp, so it doesn't take as long. But there's a lot of fetch quests that you're doing just to get to the point where you get to punch huge Rockman, and it's not fun. After Titan, the game does speed up significantly, so we'll be seeing more dungeons, we'll be seeing more primals, and all that sort of thing. But like the lull between Ifrit and Titan is not fun, even after repeated visits. So hopefully we'll be able to keep the conversations going, talking about like scrapped sponsorships and Nords and Elon Musk.
Porn.
And porn. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's very impromptu 14 streams. I know it's late at night for you guys. Well, no, over in the West Coast, it's like 1 in the morning. But still, some of you were probably using this as background noise. So hopefully I was able to put you to sleep for the right reasons. Let's find someone to raid if anyone's still streaming at this time. I doubt I have a mutual rating at this time. Or
hey, UK folks.
Yeah, true enough. Okay, let's go on. Let's rate a 14 player if anyone is still on. If not, then we'll just rate a UK player. That's cheating, though.
What time zones?
Let's see here. Who else? I'm the second most viewed 14 streamer right now. Why don't we go raid?
Is T-Pain streaming?
Oh, dude, Cider Spider's on. Let's go raid Cider Spider. I think this is the dude who does like the Mad Because Small videos on YouTube. So let's give them a raid. I think that raid command went off. Did that raid command go off?
It just did now.
Okay, it just did. Why was that so delayed? Holy shit.
Fuck you.
Yeah, but I think this dude is actually local too. Like I think he's in the same server as I am, Diabolos or Crystal Data Center.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Atlanta. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's in the same house. But yeah, send Cider Spider my love and need a raid hashtag. I don't really have one. Just spam my victory amount.
Victory.
Yeah. And that's all she wrote, guys. So we'll probably be doing like a couple more 14 streams throughout the week. But on Saturday, we will be starting the Shadow the Hedgehog all 8 ranks playthrough. So I hope you guys look forward to that. I know a lot of you are. And then we'll also reconvene with Kingdom Hearts 2 and Sub Night stuff this coming Sunday. So have a good night, everybody. Do take care. And get some sleep.